Ladies and gentlemen, the moment is here. 36 years in the making. The Canadian men's national team are about to play in the World Cup against Belgium. We are here for a live watch along. We have producer T over there. We have Armin here as well. We're going to have some special guests coming in, but I want to hear from you guys in the chat before we jump into the starting 11. How were you guys feeling? Did you sleep last night? I didn't. Yeah. I'm exhausted. No?
Did not sleep.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a wink.
It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, all right, a few more hours. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. But
wait, did you not sleep because you were nervous, or did you not sleep because you were busy? Because I was like both, 50-50, and I am so done.
I was nervous, but then we lost hydro, and it was freezing in the house, so like it wasn't great to wake up to. But we are here, guys. Yeah. This is the moment. Let's hear what you guys are saying. We have the starting 11 up. It's a little different than the one I predicted. We'll get it up on screen for you guys, and we'll talk about it. But there is like 13, 14 guys that could have been in the starting 11, so it is good news. Stephanie Eustaquio, Milan Borjan, Alphonso Davies are in the starting 11, and even Atiba Hutchinson, 39 years young.
We can go through it right now. So Canada Soccer, very nice graphic, very nice video for the World Cup starting 11, our very first World Cup starting 11, and here we go.
I like it. All right, starting 11.
Milan Borjan.
Yeah, not a surprise. Just Milan Borjan. I'm assuming Alistair Johnson will be at right back. We'll talk about it. Victoria.
Victoria.
Central center back, or center back.
Miller. Yeah, another one.
Kamal Miller.
So this is an interesting one because Richie Larea, not Sam Adekubi.
I know that's big, and I'm curious to see how it's gonna line up. We got Davies as well, which I'm assuming
Hutch,
then on
99.
the right maybe. 99th cap. Eustaquio. He's got the number 12 on, but it's fine. Tajon Buchanan, Hoylett, and
Jonathan David.
And JD, man. I got number 20 on, rocking the boy. Let me know in the chat how you guys think they're gonna line up. I have two different theories. Richie Larea really kind of throws up what I thought. I thought they were gonna go like a more 4-4-2, but they still can. It could also be a 3-4-3. We'll see what you guys are saying as well. See what the chat's saying. 3-4-2-1 is what some of you guys are saying, and like that, yeah, that could work as well. The octopus is in. Let's go, Canada. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from today as well. Usually I'm tuning in from Norwich, Ontario, but we're in Mississauga now in the One Soccer studio, so that's fantastic. But this is one of the options that could potentially line up today. So as we mentioned, Milan Borjan's in net, not a surprise. Johnston at right back, Victoria Miller, the two center backs, Larea at left back, and I like it because I don't know. I'm gonna.
I think we can swap people around.
Yeah.
This is just like a 4-4-2, which I think John Herdman has sort of started relying on a little bit more of late. And then it has Alphonso Davies and Jonathan David up top to give Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld all sorts of hell. Hopefully,
maybe like that. The reason I like Larea inclusion is because he's done such good work with Alphonso Davies.
Yep.
And I mean, I personally like to see Davies down the flank. This is where I think he's at his absolute best. He does obviously like to tend to drift in from now and again, but I think with the combination between these two today is the reason that Richie's starting over Adekubi, in my eyes. But it could also be lined up in a couple other options. I mean, you could go to the back three, and it's going to really depend on where Larea is, because Larea could then play at right wing back.
We got Anin Bambukyan says 3-4-1-2, so let's give that a shot.
3-4-1-2. All right.
I see you, bro.
All right, 1-2-1-2. How would we do that? Trying to think of who. It could be a 2-1, but I mean, if it's a 1-2, I mean, Hoylett can play up there as well. Probably Davies then, because we have Larea at left wing back. We could do.
There was one game where Richie Larea did play as like a sort of pseudo center midfielder, so I guess in that role,
yeah, it could
be the guy cutting in and causing trouble, and when Eustaquio wants to push up, when Davies goes out wide, when Hoylett, it's weird. This only seems to work with Kyle Larin,
right? Like. And then, like you could obviously, and the funny thing is too, because Junior Hoylett at club level right now is also playing at wing back, so it really complicates things. Like it could be this, which I'd almost maybe prefer.
But then you've got Johnston, Hoylett, and Buchanan, all of whom just bomb down the right wing for club.
Yeah, that's a dangerous looking side. And then you have Davies and Larea on the other side. I'd almost kind of want it a little bit like this. The 4-4-2's throwing me off. Like we've seen Hoylett play up there before alongside David, so that's the reason I'm thinking. But I think it's gonna be dependent on where Larea and Buchanan feature to see how this team is going to line up today.
Yeah, and Breton says Hoylett at 10.
Hoylett at 10.
Might be where it goes if this is the formation, because it's the only way that you really get balance on both wings.
You could do a 4-2-3-1. Hutch, Eustaquio, the two CDMs. Hoylett as the 10 with his set piece specialties. Buchanan on one wing, Davies on the other. That's a very balanced side.
Yeah.
4-2-3-1. Herdman hasn't really played the 4-2-3-1 since Mexico.
Yeah, and in this formation, like, I know John Herdman likes to defend in a 4-4-2, but in this formation, you're either going to leave some forwards up or you're going to go like just Jonathan David by himself. So it's a little tricky to figure out what Herdman's thinking here, but in any case, like, all these players are so dynamic and they all just move around the pitch. Like, if you're playing FIFA, this is like free roam across the board.
It'd be so easy to defend in a 4-4-2 as well. Like, you just literally jump one up and then back, and it's a very simple 4-4-2. Hoylett has played as the dual striker a few times, but I don't know. I mean, if it's a 4-4-2, I think it'll probably line up like that. Hoylett can drop into the 10 to make it a 4-2-3-1, and the 3-4-3, it could depend. But all in all, these are the 11 guys to go out for Canada's first World Cup match, which means we need a question for the chat though. Who's going to be the first one to score for Canada? Is it gonna be Davies? Is it gonna be Buchanan?
We ran a you put in the work yesterday for sure. Josh was here at 6 in the morning and started simming FIFA 23 simulations of Canada versus Belgium. What was it, 1,000 times in 8.5 hours, something like that?
Put in work.
After where's that? Do we still have that clipboard? I think we do. Here, let's show the chat.
Stats.
Let's show the chat. You just like flip through how many pages of just like results we had to tabulate until we finally got through 1,000 sims. You can catch that video on our YouTube channel. And I think it was Jonathan David had like 388 or something. 385
goals and 1,000 simmed matches. So JD, with if you listen to FIFA and what we just spent 8 hours doing, should be the first player to score.
Are you gonna put some money on it though?
I don't know. Producer, he's the better of it. I don't know. If you're gonna put money on it, Taylor, who are you putting on first goal for Canada? He's going Eustaquio.
Like a dirty free kick.
Set piece. Yeah. You could give it Torrey to knock one of those in as well.
Yeah. Shout outs to Charlie O'Connor Clark from CanMNT.ca, who wrote an amazing article about how set pieces are actually maybe one of Canada's secret weapons heading into this World Cup. And if Eustaquio's the one sending them in.
It's also Hoylett as well. I mean, after that Japan game, I mean, I would trust pretty much Hoylett and Eustaquio. Davies likes taking him as well. I mean, sometimes it can help with the angle that he's a lefty, but I think our set piece could definitely put in some issues for that defending Belgian line. Should we take a look at the Belgian starting line?
Sure,
do we have that?
We can probably pull it up on Twitter.
Just pull it up on Twitter.
Here, just type in Belgium. Hopefully it shows up.
Red Devils. All right, guys.
Let's see what they got.
Belgium dropped their starting 11 as well.
There it is.
It's in a 3-4-2-1 system. So for anyone who is just eyeing up, Courtois is in net. The three center backs is Dendonker, I believe, who'll be out on the right. Ardevael will be through the middle. Vertonghen is out on the outside left, which is, again, when we're looking at pace and some vulnerabilities maybe in that back line, an aging back line, we might want to take advantage of that. Castagna is at right wing back. Carrasco's at left wing back. You have Witsel and Tielemans through the middle. Then the front three kind of wrote itself. It's De Bruyne, it's Eden Hazard, and then it's Michy Batshuayi up front. The two dual 10s, and then the strikers. So, thoughts on that?
Well, no Lukaku is obviously the biggest thought, and it's also Canada's biggest advantage in defending against this Belgian team. But I also think the other thing to keep in mind here is the fact that there are some players in this roster who really struggle for pace. I mean, the back three, it's as Egypt showed, can be exploited. And I mean, do you really want a back three against guys like Davies and David? It's just going to be a really interesting match to watch. The other interesting thing was Batshuayi starting up top, and I think in our 1,000 sims he got 2 goals.
He scored 2 goals in 1,000, so we'll have to see. He's in decent form right now.
I'm also a big fan of, as a Chelsea fan, this tears me apart, but big fan of Eden Hazard coming out and saying, I am not even remotely as good as I used to be. So that's really confidence inspiring for the Red Devils.
It is, but I mean, as the World Cup has already proven so far, Saudi Arabia beating Argentina, Japan getting a result against Germany. We didn't want to get overhyped, and I've been saying it for a while now. It's just I want to go in with expectations of we're playing with house money. But now, as you see the results and the craziness that can happen, there's also, a reality check. Costa Rica got manhandled today.
Don't tell that to Costa Rica.
But there's an opportunity here. I truly believe it's just whether this young core group can balance the nerves, can have the game plan that Herdman's going to set out, and if they can execute it. Because I think just the way that these two line up against each other, a lot of Canadians are probably thinking this is the opportunity where Canada can get some type of result, get a little confidence, and then see what they can do from there.
Yep.
Especially with Croatia and Morocco both drawing that match. So they each picked up a point. Canada wins this, they're top. And even if they lose, they're only a point off of second place. Yep. So it's an open group, which is...
And like we just saw with Morocco and Croatia, there's not like a clear, like, in-form team from that game. Like, both teams looked, you know, like Croatia didn't look as sharp as we may have expected them to. You know, Morocco looked good, but again, like, no goals, no advantage for them. So I think a 0-0 draw to open the group is actually kind of good for Canada, because it's like, it sort of sets a real, like, mellow tone heading into this Belgium game. I mean, if Croatia came out and won that game like 4-1 or something, then, you know, maybe a little bit of worry creeps in. But really, it's a wide open door for Canada right now, and this group could come down to this game today. If Canada gets a result here, I mean, anything's possible at that point.
And I'm wondering how much the media is playing into this, because in previous tournaments with Belgium, whether it was the Euros, whether it was the World Cup, they were genuinely one of the favorites to win it. So that's a ton of pressure on their golden generation. Those teams from the 2016 Euro, the Euro that happened, it was the 2020 Euro, but happened 2021, the 2018 World Cup, those teams had a ton of pressure, and they did well in those tournaments, but they never won it, and that was the ultimate goal. It seems like from the media and the narrative is that Belgium isn't one of the favorites to win the World Cup, but there's also the narrative that they may not even make it out of the group. So it's almost like the pressure's been kind of taken away from them a little bit, and I'm curious to see if that might play into the game.
I think the big thing is just like the complete lack of like confidence from within the camp. Like even Yuri Tielemans, like talking about the game, like I understand that there's a little bit of respect you want to show, but he said that he expected this game to be 50-50, which if you're the giant of the group, the way Belgium presumably is, I understand that there's a certain level of respect you want to pay to your opponents, and that's totally fine. But at the same time, like, is it really 50-50? And if that's something you genuinely believe, then what does that say about you? And what does that say about Canada today? So it's really going to be like 90 minutes obviously will decide the true narrative of this. But I don't see Belgium coming into this World Cup like particularly overly confident. And maybe that's a strategy. Maybe they're trying to be deliberately modest to the point where it almost sounds self-deprecating. But at the same time, it's just not the way you expect a big like powerhouse nation to describe themselves.
And that's why I almost feel like Roberto Martinez is like, guys, we've done this. We've been here before. The narrative of winning the tournament didn't help us.
Yeah.
Maybe we just go in with
like the exact
opposite. Because I agree. If you look on paper, if you're a betting man, even just getting into the sport, you look at Canada's team, you look at Belgium's team, you're a betting man, the money's probably going to go on Belgium. It just is. Sure. But then to hear the players come out and, you know, show the respect, but to kind of, they almost sound like it's coming from the Canada camp. Yeah, the Canada camp's full of confidence.
And well, that's the other thing. Canada right now is, I mean, if you guys saw the doc on Canada Soccer's YouTube channel, I mean, they're just like flying high on a level of brotherhood and confidence that like this is the backbone, the foundation by which most great sports stories are told, right? Like that unity within the team, that genuine belief, the setting new goals, setting new expectations and meeting them. Like, think about every great sports story you've ever heard. You've never heard them start with, they didn't really think they could do it and they accidentally bumbled their way to the end and then won. So, like, that's the thing. Like, Canada is coming into this tournament with all of those check marks. Like, self-belief, check. Quality, check. Brotherhood, check. The only thing they're missing right now is a little bit of experience, because this is their first World Cup ever for any of these guys. And the other thing they're missing is maybe a little bit of understanding of like what this occasion demands of you. So once they get through this Belgian game, you know, even if they lose this match, they will take some lessons from that. They will go into Croatia and Morocco feeling a lot more confident about themselves too. I think that's the big takeaway from today is no matter what the result is, even if it is, 44.8% chance of a not lose based on our sim, whatever the result is, Canada will come out of this a better team.
They will.
They'll come out of this tournament a better team too.
They will. And if you guys are just joining us in the chat, guys, put in where you guys are watching from and then put a little red, whether it's a heart, whether it's the maple leaf, whether it's whatever. Let's get the chat going. We're about to witness history. And yeah, and going off of what Armin said, I agree. And the one beautiful thing too, I mean, he's 21 years old. It's Alphonso Davies. He's the now and the future of Canada. Yep. He's also a Champions League winner.
Yep.
He's a serial winner with Bayern. This is a player who's very young. And yes, he maybe hasn't done it quite yet at the international stage, but he's won a ton already at the age of 21. Yep. He is someone this team can rely on when things are maybe when push comes to shove, and you got to maybe just get that right moment
It's the
there.
game changer.
The game changer. Yeah, I mean,
he is definitely a game changer, and I think what we've seen over the last few years at Bayern Munich is the fact that Davies isn't just like happy to be there. You know, he's not a happy to be there kind of player. Like there are some players in these major European clubs that, of course, they start with, you know, I'm just happy for the opportunity. But I think Davies can now consider himself among the top 5 players at Bayern Munich, if not top 3. Like that's the level he's reached. And it's not a coincidence that teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona are throwing their names in the ring for him. I think Davies is also the kind of player that, you know, has shown that he can step up for those big moments. That Panama game was huge. And not just because of the result, not just because of what it signified, but because of the fact that Alphonso Davies took a team on his shoulders and showed them, I can guide you here. So Champions League experience, definitely huge. And not to take away anything from Jonathan David and Tejan Buchanan and Stefan Eustaquio, who also have some decent Champions League experience, or in Jonathan David's case, winning Ligue 1, which is not easy. But I mean, it's this combination of factors that Canada's never really seen before. The one thing that I would say about Alphonso Davies is there is another end to this, which is you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself to be the guy either. I mean, this is a Canada team, Josh, like we saw, that can play without him.
Yep.
You know, they are capable of getting big results without Davies. So if you're Alphonso Davies, you know you're the big dog on campus right now, but at the same time, you have 10 guys behind you and all around you that can just as much put in an effort to get a result in this game. So, yeah.
And the Champions League this
pressure.
year, the Champions League is showing it this year. Right here, Buchanan, round of 16 of the Champions League.
Yep.
I mean, David should be at a Champions League club, but well, you know, Davies, round of 16. Eustaquio, round of 16.
Hutch, always in the...
Hutch is, you know, one.
But for over the last few years, how many times has he been in the Champions League? Like, it's not a new
No,
competition
Rashid
for
Das
him
is a
either.
regular, yeah. Like there's a lot of experience in this side. It's just, I don't know.
Alistair Johnston, you know?
Should be getting a move, I think.
Yeah, Alistair Johnston, Real Madrid, 100%. Book it. Manchester City. Manchester United. Get rid of Harry Maguire.
We got a lot of shout out to a lot of the chat heroes coming in watching from Hamilton, Ontario, Mississauga,
Yeah,
Quebec.
let us know where you guys are watching from. I think we got, 7?
Nova Scotia was
got
in
some
there
Nova
as
Scotia,
well.
French
BC.
River.
We got Zimbabwe, which is interesting, but welcome to the chat, my friend. Hope you're keeping well. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a very special moment. Obviously, seeing the sport in this country grow, and you know, you're getting a little emotional leading up to it. And kickoff, when they're gonna sing the anthem, I mean, Armin's gonna have to give me just a quick moment just to, you know, get the tears away. But it's genuinely exciting to see the type of talent that has just blossomed before our very eyes over the past 4 or 5 years to come to this moment, to earn this World Cup and have the opportunity to impress in front of a nation that is just slowly falling in love with the sport. And it's incredible to see.
Yep.
And I'm just genuinely excited. I don't want to, you know, get my heart too involved in terms of like we need to win, but I'm slipping in there a little bit.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
hard
think.
not to. I mean, like I was thinking about this on the drive in. Actually, was like there was just about this watch along and like the things that would happen when we score a goal and what that moment could look like. And I literally caught myself. I was like, oh, wait a second, you're literally in your car dreaming right now. Like that's what this kind of a moment does for everybody across the country. It's like you could be a grown-ass adult and just be like sitting there, just like when you were a kid, dreaming of like that moment of something cool happening. And I think that's kind of what's happening for everybody. I think everybody right now is thinking what that moment will be like. Who will score Canada's first goal? What happens if we actually win? Like there's a level of hype that, you know, well earned by these players, and I hope the country gets a show. That's really what I'm looking for.
And the thing I like so much about this core is every time a hurdle has come their way, they've leaped it. I remember when like way back when, which is March, whenever the CONCACAF qualifier started, in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, you got to watch out for that Suriname match. That could end our opportunity to go to the World Cup right there. Leaped it. Then we had Haiti, the redemption from the Gold Cup, over 2 legs. We did it. And then we went to the octagonal. Could we find a top 4 place? Can we maybe get to the interconfederational one? No, we topped it at the Gold Cup and we did it without Davies. We did the Gold Cup without Davies. But it's just, this side has shown time and time again that they are a brotherhood. Every time something comes their way, they figured a way to do it. Whether it's with Davies, whether it's without Eustaquio, there's just a lot to really like about this. And there's going to be a very special moment that's going to happen in about 16 minutes.
let's just go through the Twitter feed. Let's see some of these. I love this quote, by the way, from Jonathan Osorio, because it is perfectly epitomizing. Like, what a beautiful sentiment. And it's true. This is like genuinely one of those things. Like, I grew up in an immigrant family. My dad was from Syria. My mom's from Venezuela. Like soccer was the only thing they knew. And when they came to Canada, like there was hockey, there was basketball, there was baseball, and soccer wasn't really a thing. So to see how far the sport has come, to see my mom and dad actually genuinely support Canada is incredible. And that's the same story for the players, for all their families. That's the same story for all of us across the world. I think Alistair Johnston actually had a pretty cool quote too, where he's like, man, I supported England my whole life. Like, I'm not going to stop supporting England, but at the same time, like, I get it, but like support us as well, you know? So
Yep.
It's really cool, man. It's an incredible story.
It is. I mean, I don't have as similar as a story as Armin. I just grew up in a very small town, like I'm talking like a small Canadian town. No one really talked about soccer. Like growing up, I was like,
how did I find you guys?
Yeah, like producer T over here is my best friend. He's been my best friend since I was 3, but he didn't get into the sport until we started working in the space. And now the kid's just, you know, it's incredible what it can do. Everyone's got a very unique story. So, I mean, maybe in the chat, guys, just let me know when you started following the national team. It doesn't matter if it was back in '86 when they're at the last World Cup. It doesn't matter if it was today. Let us know in the chat when you started watching our national team. And maybe, you know, you can give a special little moment. We'll read a few, but it's a wild journey. And it's just insane that it's about to happen. It's about to go down. We got a beautiful couple things hidden, too. So I'm hoping, you know, we can get some type of result. Let's see what the chat is saying. They are hype. Look at that. Look at the Canucks, the crazy Canucks over in Qatar. CF Montreal has 6 players on the national team. They do. Been a big part of the success. TFC, Vancouver, CF Montreal of getting these players to a point where they can make that next move or just.
Good for Montreal, honestly. Like, I think one of the things that Montreal struggled with was establishing like a very like concrete identity of what this club is going to be about. And if your club is going to be about giving like that mid-tier national team player like an opportunity to shine before they move on, like that's a huge opportunity that none of the other 2 took. So good for them. Kudos to them.
Ismail Kone as well. Two CF Montreal players. If you're asking me right now who are going to move on, Ismail Kone, Alistair Johnston, book it. Those 2, I think, especially if they have an impressive tournament, especially Alistair, are in for hopefully a pretty big move come the summertime. But
I want to highlight this right here because
that's beautiful.
This is one I'm particularly proud of. If you guys don't know, I make almost every single graphic on the One Soccer socials, which you should follow at One Soccer. But 99 caps. So presumably, if he plays against Croatia, he becomes the first Canadian to reach 100 appearances for his country.
Raise your swords.
While driving a sword into the field before every single.
You should have got a sword. Why didn't we get a sword?
You know, I have one, but I just didn't want to get it.
Yeah. Quick question, but that's okay. That's okay. We got a Brazilian tuning in from Vancouver today. Beautiful. Welcome to the chat, my friend. We got some people tuning in who says that they started following the national team in 2018, 2019, 1990-ish. Back when Craig Forrest was the goal. I like that.
That was back in 1986.
I like that.
When I think this photo is actually from the day they qualified in Honduras.
That's awesome.
For some reason, I don't know why, there are very few photos of the 1986 Canadian national team playing in the World Cup against the Soviet Union. But 13,316 days later, that's 584 hours, and 19,175,040 minutes before Canada finally returned to the World Cup. We're here. We're here, guys.
It's getting emotional.
Yeah.
It's getting emotional. It keeps getting in. The chat seems excited. Come on, Canada. Canadian in LA. Chilling in LA. Jealous, but very cool. Welcome, my man. We got some predictions. A lot of confident Canadians. I like it. Couple 2-0 predictions, 4-2 predictions.
Did you see this one? This is cool.
Prediction.
Yo, this is sick. I don't know if you saw this, but there's like a panda that like picks the world. It's like this year's octopus.
Yeah, I wish it was an octopus. It would have been better for Hutch, but let's see. I'm having a feeling maybe he's gonna pick Canada now just because, you know, he brought it up. But let's see where the.
I mean, Canada retweeted it.
The Canada retweet. All right. Look at the panda. He's like, yeah, no. That is what I want to see. All right, guys. Well, the panda said so. It's an opportunity like of a lifetime. Sid says a 2-1 prediction for Canada. Good luck coming from a Bayern fan. Nicely done, probably. You know, keeping an eye on Alphonso Davies. Born in 81. Been a fan for a while. I like it. What's going on, Josh? What's going on, Armin? How you guys doing? Excited. 5-0 prediction coming in. Bold. It's a bold take. I like it. 2-1 Canada. 2-2 Canada in Ohio. Let's go. I like it. John Herdman. Looking good, man. He's looking good.
Hey, we got a first visitor.
First visitor.
Get in here.
Did he bring his dancing shoes? Is that what's going on?
I'm calm.
He's calm before the storm?
Calm before the storm. I'm just relaxed.
What's going on, man?
How's it going?
Jordan Wilson
You
coming
alright?
back. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Nervous.
How are we feeling?
Nervous.
No,
Excited.
excited.
No,
You should be
excited.
excited.
Nervous.
We're good. We're good.
You should be excited.
1,600 people watching. I think they're all probably a little nervous. We're getting a lot of Canada predictions, though.
Oh, yeah?
Couple 4-2s, 1-1, 2-0s.
4-2.
I know.
Love that.
I know. There's
Lot
a
of
high-scoring game. What are you feeling? What are you feeling the calm before the storm?
Man, a tie would be great. Like, but obviously you can't play for a tie. I just want the boys to be brave. Just go out and, like, you have nothing to lose. We lose this game, whatever. We're at the World Cup. We're already victorious in that sense. So I just feel like just go and play unhinged.
And they are bold. I mean, even the Uruguay match where they lost 2-0, they not once did their head drop. Not once did they not go for possession and try to create something. I think they're gonna be energized. I'm a little nervous with their nerves, but
Yeah.
if they can calm those down a little bit, I think they're gonna be hard to handle.
You know what? I agree with you. I think every football match, like the first 10, 15 minutes is like piss and vinegar a little bit. Like everyone's just like elbowing and like you don't really get your foot on the ball properly. Like sometimes that's the moment, but I hope after that, like 16th minute, literally, it's still 0-0 and we just can grow into the game because. Yeah, as I said, we have nothing to lose, and then guys in the midfield like Eustaquio, like relish that you're playing against De Bruyne. Like that doesn't happen every day, and that doesn't happen for Canadians.
Well, unless you're Davies.
That's
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
we got one.
There was a clip that was going around. I think it might have been on the. I can't remember where it was, but it was saying like are you gonna ask De Bruyne for his kit? And I was like, I'll trade him it before the.
For sure.
Before, so like they're respecting him, but I think that they're gonna be excited just for the opportunity to play against De Bruyne,
sure.
to look for this, just once in a lifetime. And I don't know,
What did you make of the Japan match a little earlier? Because I thought obviously we didn't play a full strength Japan, but the fact that like Japan was able to down Germany and. We kind of kept toe-to-toe with a good amount of their players.
Yeah, I'm staying consistent with the phrase saying taking care of moments because if you look at the first half, Germany bossed Japan. And I just talked to my dad. He turned it off. He's like, "Oh, Germany's gonna win this," but there's 2 halves to football.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right, and they didn't even really play exceptionally well second half, but they just took care of that moment, that little block where they scored the 2 goals, and then now Germany has to chase. So. Wheel said it yesterday. If you don't put your foot on the other team's neck and really take them out, kind of how Spain did to Costa Rica early, anything can happen in a game of football. You get punished. So,
yeah, man. I thought that second goal was unreal.
Yeah,
great
finish. Touch, but also just to have it in front of him and then to sneak one up top cheese is. Yeah. It's hard for a keeper, right? You're naturally you're afraid it's hitting you in your face.
The one thing I find interesting as well is the 2 biggest upsets so far: Japan over Germany and Saudi Arabia over Argentina. Both the big hitters went up 1-0 early.
Yeah.
And that could scare. If we go down 1-0 early as Belgium, it's the last thing you want because how are you gonna react from that? And to see 2 underdogs like that take their time, stay composed, and wait for an opportunity to break back in the game, and both of them flipped it 1-2-1.
Yeah. You know what's weird? Sometimes when you're down 1-0, you start playing freer. You're just like, all right, the worst that could have happened in the first 10, 15 minutes has happened.
Yeah.
So you're kind of just like, all right, well, let's try to turn this around. It's weird how that happens, but sometimes when the game's even, you play a bit safe. But when it's 1-0 and you're behind, you kind of go and chase it.
Yeah.
But yeah, these predictions, I'm done predicting because I know nothing, and teams are just upsetting teams.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be exciting.
What's your bare minimum though? Bare minimum, Canada's got to score a goal for me.
Today?
I know it's gonna happen within the 3 games. I know it's gonna happen. It would be nice if it happened today.
I think you got to get the first goal out of the way, and hopefully in the first half, get a nice early goal, get all of those nerves off of your shoulders. At that point, it's like, all right, we know we can. How many can we?
I think today is just about a milestone. If we can get any milestone, which would be a
Anthems
goal,
coming.
a tie, a win, these are all milestones. So just making sure that we stay consistent with that and go enjoy it.
The anthem.
Yeah, Anthem. I don't know if we can actually show any. Of
No,
this
we can't
stuff.
show. I don't know if I just meant
But
for
we
us
can
to
definitely-
for
we
us
can
to
definitely
watch.
put it on for us.
The anthems are coming up. It's gonna be.
You got scared there for a second. You were like, "Oh, we're not leaving this Twitter feed up the whole time."
No, I wasn't sure what was going on there, but
This is Belgium. I had to
Yeah.
wear my hat and everything. I was like,
Man,
we got to have the chat letting us know. The anthems are coming.
I think you can tell a lot about a team based on how they sing their anthem.
They look
Like
Look a little quiet.
Canada belts. These guys
they
are
look,
like.
they look a little quiet.
Eden Hazard just looks upset. It's like, oh, why am I here? All right, boys, you gotta stand for this one.
for sure.
Oh, I didn't shower this morning because I had no hydro, but it's fine. So we're gonna sing it loud and proud.
Oh, we're singing?
Yeah, you want to? I think we got it.
I think we can't do that to our chat.
No, okay. We're just proudly.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on.
Let's go,
Let's
boys!
do it.
Come on.
Let's go! Woo!
Also, is that that's the Canadian astronaut guy, right?
Oh baby,
What's his name?
I'm singing.
Chris Hadfield, that's right. Another inspirational figure for John Herdman to tap into.
I love it. The chat's like, I'm singing. I'm just crying from home, cheering it on. Stand the anthem and sing. We didn't sing, but
Guys, we just saw a national anthem at the World Cup. Like, we just watched that happen.
Oh baby, it's showtime. Oh, how do you think? When you look at the lineup, what do you think? System. We were trying to debate it. 4-4-2, 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1. They're gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be how they're gonna play, but
Yeah, but I think it's still 3-4-3.
3-4-3.
Yeah, I don't think he's deviating from that at all. How we've been playing in a way. I think they got it wrong. I don't think Davies playing wingback.
Because you could put Larea on the left wing back. You can have Hoylett or yeah.
I believe.
Because you want Davies as forward as
No,
possible.
he's not playing the wing. He hasn't played there in forever.
No. Wing back, like, he can do it, but for Canada, you want him basically as a winger. He plays as a 10. He plays as a striker.
He's gonna roam for sure.
Let's see what they're gonna put. I've seen a few different ones that are going around. It was like 3-4-2-1, which is essentially a 3-4-3.
Yeah.
I saw 4-4-2.
I guess technically it's a 3-4-2-1.
3-4-2-1.
But yeah, 3-4-3. However you look at it.
I felt like Richie was included because of his chemistry on the left hand side with Davies. Is that what like?
That's a good shout.
Because I love Atiba as well. I think he's done so well and grown. But when I watch Richie specifically down the left, the overlapping runs and just the vibing out with Davies, there's just something special to it. And that's why I'm like, maybe that's why he's getting the start, because Atiba's been in incredible form as well.
Yeah. But then also sometimes too, I feel like coaches have in the back of their mind like who they want to play and who they want to come off the bench, and maybe for the next game as well.
Yeah.
It's like maybe it's just there's a bit of an edge having Larea playing today, whatever that might be, and he knows he has Atiba coming in the 70th minute or starting the next. It's just like having those options really makes a huge difference for a manager.
And it's not a bad option to come from the bench.
No.
Atiba coming on later in the match.
Come on, even Kyle Laren as well.
Yeah.
Like I know he's gutted, but it could also be where guys have 8 kilometers in the legs and you come in fresh. Just add something new.
So they're saying the 3-4-3. Were you surprised that Laren didn't start?
No, we kind of knew. We kind of expected it, right? We talked about it. Ali said it in the studio on the show that if Davies is playing, that Lion is basically getting sacrificed because you have to play David. Buchanan's such a threat on the right-hand side. And then, obviously, Davies is an X factor. So the guy who gets sacrificed is kind of our hold-up striker. But sacrifice to start, I'm sure he would love to come on and score, and that would be fine for him.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to start, right? But it's also about just your impact in the game.
There's I mean, just looking
Yeah,
at.
well, I'm just like,
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Gotta move Larry.
Sure if you were gonna hang
Nah,
out for the
thank
whole
you.
time. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it just looking at it because it showed it for anyone in the chat who's just tuning in. It looks like a 3-4-3, and down the wings you have on the left-hand side, as I mentioned, Davies and Larea, and then you have Buchanan and Hoylett. That's a lot of talent down the wings, and I don't know. To me, it seems like a clear game plan. Utilize speed,
Yep.
and we got a ton of it.
Burn them.
Let's go. Did you guys watch the Croatia versus Morocco game?
I caught the second half. It was very early.
I didn't watch it. It was 5 in the morning, but maybe I'll have to watch it again. I heard it wasn't the greatest game, but
Come on.
we're underway, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we can do. Canada back at the World Cup for the
Why did I
first
just
time.
get so nervous.
In
all of a
36 years, ladies and gentlemen. We got 3,000 people in the chat joining us. Show your guys' love. Put some red in the chat. Hopefully you guys aren't tearing up at home. And we're in here with excitement.
Love that. Good start.
And what a recovery as well. I just want to acknowledge Atiba Hutchinson, 39 years old, didn't play a Oh. Edmonton in the house. I'm curious to see what the possession stats will be as the game goes on. Canada's had some weird ones. They've had, obviously, like against the Uruguay that likes to sit back. They were close to 65% of the ball. But then in the U.S. at home, different game plan. They had about 25%. I'm curious to see what's going to go on. Anthem and everyone singing made me tear up. Beautiful. Best of luck and with your campaign. Big shout out, my friend. Big shout out.
What's going on here?
No, that's not what we want to have.
Heavy server load.
Yeah. Let's go, Canada. 3 minutes in and off to a good start.
Decent start. Yeah, we got a lot of the ball.
Alistair Johnston.
Unreal how Alistair Johnston went from like a Canadian championship game 2 years ago or 3 years ago to being a starter for the national team.
Yeah, would have come up.
It's that
Was he
smile.
with Vaughn Azuri or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
insane.
that smile.
Yeah.
How can you not want him on your team? Such a good, well-rounded player. And I think, we'll get your guys' thoughts as well, but looking at the tournament and an opportunity for a couple Canadians to maybe make that jump, I feel like Alistair Johnston's got to be towards the top of that list. Maybe David is just getting, a jump or a move to another team. Maybe Ismail Kone if he can come off the bench. I don't know. Who do you guys think?
I think Kone is one of those players that, like, if he isn't on everybody's radar already in some capacity, he probably will be by the end of this. But players like Ismail Kone don't really, like, it's not the World Cup that will get them to the next level. It's all of the fundamentals at such a young age that they will, like, that they display over the course of an entire season at, like, Montreal. That's what will do it. I think players in that, like, mid to late 20s mark, particularly like 25, 26, like that's the range that a World Cup can really help you. Because it's like, at that point, the player is pretty much like through the vast majority of his youth development. And it's like, can he step up in a big moment? Like that James Rodriguez sort of factor. And then there are some players like Lucas Podolski and Guillermo Ochoa who, for whatever reason, just like have unreal World Cups and then not great like club careers afterwards. So it's going to be interesting for Canada. I don't really see any player who's not already there, like in a place where like Davies is already in a big club, David is already well wanted. So it's just going to be like maybe Tejan, I think, is that like kind of player. It's
an interest. I mean, I think Buchanan's got one of the biggest opportunities to make his stock rise. Because I just think, on the world's biggest stage, we know what Tejan can do.
Like
Special player.
Like Junior Hoylett's not going to make another major move.
Age.
Neither is Hutch. I mean, like Eustaquio's already at Porto. Anywhere he goes after that was already kind of being written. Alistair Johnston could be one. Same with Kamal Miller. And for some reason, I just have this idea of Kamal Miller, like, I don't know, making the leap over to like German football maybe.
I think that's where Alistair is potentially being shopped around. You better believe it. Let's go. I love you. Very nice. Very nice. Tuning in from Belgium, tuning in from Saskatchewan. Hopefully you guys are keeping well. We're 5 minutes in. The nerves have settled a little bit here.
Yeah, we're making passes. We're playing. Like, we're not getting run off the park in the first 5. So
no, well done from Steph.
Tackle.
Richie. Big opportunity for him. Just throws Carrasco to the ground. No call whatsoever.
Come on, Tejan.
That's where you want Buchanan. David!
He scores 9 out of 10 of those for Lille.
Oh, that was well done
Just
from.
Fell right to his foot.
Beautiful ball. He might have got a foot. I think that was Dendonker. Let's take a look. Good ball. Did he get a touch? Yeah. I mean, he threw him off if anything. But huge opportunity for Jonathan David. We get a corner kick out of it. I hope it's. I mean, Stephanie Eustaquio, Junior Hoylett. Either one of them is fine with me. I'm curious to see if it's from Davies' side. But just no. So it is Hoylett. I love it. Had an incredible match in terms of set pieces against Japan, and he's already on corners.
Get ready.
Hoylett. Buchanan.
Wait, what happened here? Canada Soccer just tweeted Richie Larea all caps, as if they were like ahead.
Probably thrown Carrasco to the ground. I'd assume.
I thought it was a goal, man. I was like, no chance.
Oh.
Damn, my heart is like pumping right now.
Typically, if you're worried about that, watch the tracker. It's usually like 5 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
Unless there's a VAR taking a look. Is there a penalty potentially coming?
Cody Paul says show game. We definitely cannot show game, unfortunately. Oh.
Possible penalty.
Possible penalty.
Possible penalty, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man. Okay, so who takes this? If it's a pen.
Lucas Cavallini, no.
Lucas
Lucas
Cavallini. Quick Panenka. What's going down
here?
here?
The quick.
Okay.
So
handball in the box.
Hit Carrasco.
And his hand is fully out. Yep.
That's a pen, baby.
That's 100% a penalty.
JD.
100%.
JD stepping up. It's got to be. I mean, I don't know who else. I mean, Davies has got an incredible.
No, it's got to be Jonathan Davies.
You think it's going to be JD?
Yeah. 100%.
I called JD to score the first goal.
It's a penalty. It's a penalty.
Let's go.
Come on. Let's go.
Let's go.
Come on!
Penalty, baby.
Come on!
Who's taking it? Who's taking it?
We got to bury this.
David.
David.
Davies.
Huge opportunity.
Oh!
Penalty shot for Canada.
Oh, and a yellow.
And a yellow to Yannick Carrasco.
Unlucky, son. Unlucky.
Leading up.
Man,
I gotta put everything down.
Come on.
Yeah, make sure we get this ready, just in case, because
Yeah.
It's Davies. It's Davies over it.
Alphonso Davies versus
He's-
Thibaut Courtois.
In the simulation, he was the first one to score, but I'm not going to say that mean.
Fact. Or
I'm not going to say
Sim did
that
get
meant anything.
Come on. Yo, PG-13 though.
You turn it up, Arm. Sorry. I'm like that. I don't even want to move. So my heart.
Yeah, I know. I'm dying right now.
Are we having any delays?
Oh no!
No!
Oh! That's okay. That's okay. We didn't want it to be a penalty. It's gotta be better than that.
No!
No, it's
No,
gotta be
no,
better than
no.
that.
Come off the line, Courtois. Come off the
Damn.
line. Oh, no.
Damn, he
Not a
guessed
good-
right.
It's not a good pen.
No, it can't be a pen. It's gotta be open play. It's gotta be beautiful.
Oh, no.
Oh wait, he came off his line.
Did he?
Redo. VAR. No, they're never gonna give that.
Oh, my God.
Damn, chat.
That's
Damn.
tough, Davies. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
It's okay. Bounce back. That's what they do. Bounce back.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, Josh. We're gonna
Oh,
make it.
my God,
We're gonna make
no.
it. It's 90 minutes.
That sucks. That's tough. Now we can see the mental aspect now to just
Yeah.
get them back into it. Oh, no, man. All right.
Damn.
That's tough. That's tough. It wasn't a great pen. I mean, Eustaquio to David. Tejan. They haven't let their heads drop, and that's one thing Canada's been very good at. Despite going down or having something not go their way, like a missed penalty, Canada's been the type of team just to settle their nerves and come back at it. But that's tough. 10 minutes in, penalty shot. The PK was missed. It's still a positive start, obviously. Buchanan looking good down the right-hand side.
No, it needed to be prettier than a penalty. This is a memorable goal. This is historic. It's not gonna be a spot kick. It's gonna be like a diving header or an incredible like tirajiro. Oh, or that if it went in.
They're playing really well. To be fair, they're playing really well. Even after the missed PK
Remember,
here.
we got this. They don't look better than us.
No. We've come out flying. We've come out like the team that should be the favorites. It's a big save from Thibaut Courtois, though. What? Should David have taken that, though?
Maybe.
Like, I love Davies. Davies does have a good PK record. Like, it's a good ball. It's a deep ball. Tejan.
Oh, hit it. Oh,
Come on, boys.
the chances are right there.
David.
Another pen? No, he's offside. I heard a whistle.
Oh.
Oh, that counts as a shot on target. We forgot to do our stickers.
You have a
We'll
sticker?
open a pack for every shot.
Oh. Canada has more possession at the moment. They do. Canada is such an interesting team in terms of possession.
That's 2 shots. One for the missed penalty, one for that one right there.
I thought you meant like a shot.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
No, we're not doing that here. No, okay. We're opening packs.
Dude, I don't know about you, my hands are shaking.
Yeah, like, I don't know how this is going to be. The Belgium has not looked overly good and overly confident in this opening little bit.
Not bad, not bad.
It was a poor pack, I'm not gonna lie.
No Canadians?
No Canadians.
All right, we'll show you guys the Canadians or anything rare.
Yeah.
I got an England.
Pardon? Oh no, I got Naziri, but like, you know, don't want to show that off.
Whatever.
Oh. Chat, how you guys feeling now?
Yeah, look at Lukaku.
It would have been. I mean, I'm just. These guys have a stronger mentality than I do. In terms of like when I play a sport and an opportunity like that's missed, it sits with you. Even as a fan, it just stabs me a little bit. But it's been such a positive start. You can't take that away from Canada. They came off with no nerves right from the off. They've had possession. They've had chances. Even after the missed penalty, they've been able to hold on to the ball. It's been the dream start that you want to see.
Yeah, man, we're playing well. Like, you can't take anything out of this. Like, it's an evenly matched game.
It's just, man.
I know.
It's just, it was there.
It's okay. The next one will come. It's okay. The next one will come.
Okay.
The fact that we're on top of them like that, we'll be fine.
Shake it off, Josh. It's fine.
Yeah.
Get back into it.
We got this.
It's just, I'm heartbroken. Like, I'm not going to lie. I want to cry. But it's all right. 15 minutes in. And I have encouragement of just given any type of adversity that's come this team. Let's go, B.
Is everyone dying right now? Or is it just
a nice game. I hope Canada wins the World Cup. Yeah, it'd be nice. Want to win this game? I'm watching live at school. Very cool, guys. Like, yeah, let me know where you're tuning in from today. If you're in school, if you're at work.
Let us know if you're skipping something important for this.
Yeah, and that's the important because hopefully a lot of you guys are able to skip it. We're at work, but you know.
This does not count.
No, this is passion and this is nerves. But here comes Kevin De Bruyne, the one player that you want to watch out for.
Oh, get it? We're good. Beautiful.
Well done. We didn't give KDB enough in our pregame, I don't think. I
think he's just like such a known quantity.
Yeah.
It's like, you're facing one of the best midfielders in the world. Like, what else is there to say?
Watch him.
Yeah.
Be careful with him. Yeah, there's not much more that needs to be said, but when he gets a turn of pace like that and he has the opportunity, he's just got that vision to pick out a pass. That wasn't a perfect example of it.
Torsten says, I'm watching from prison.
Watching from prison. Hey, we need our support any way we can get it. It's fine. Hutch has got no speed. When it comes, I mean, I wouldn't say it's Hutch. I think Hutch is in pretty good shape for a 39-year-old. But I mean, what makes Hutch so special is just his footballing IQ. He can make space for himself. He's so good at getting the ball back, making that pass. He doesn't really need to worry too much, and that's kind of the beauty of playing kind of like that back three. He gets burnt a little bit while you got your back three. You also have a tremendous amount of pace tracking back, whether it's Larea, Buchanan. So you use him to his strengths. Atiba can be a big player right here. And if you look at him, like watch him drop back. Eustaquio's kind of got more of the opportunity to take a couple steps forward, just like that. Hutch is the one who's going to drop back, sometimes even into that back three. How you feeling?
Welcome
Those
back.
are good fouls. Kick him. Yeah, make him feel that he's in a game.
Yeah, don't kick
him.
Kick Hazard enough. He's not gonna get back up. Listening to you guys at work, wishing I could actually watch it live. Well, hopefully we'll be doing a good enough job to keep you guys up to date if you guys aren't able to unfortunately watch the match. We're leading up to the 20-minute mark right now. The new possession stats say that Belgium has had 43% of the ball, Canada has had 43% of the ball, and 14% was in, I think that said contest. Did you see that?
Yeah,
that said?
contested.
In
Which is a
contested, which
new
is
stat. I've never seen that before.
it means like if a goal kick or a through, like a long ball, so if the ball is in the air, it's contested. It's up.
facts.
It's up. That's I think I overheard that was the news. So 14% is in contested right now, and possession's been pretty even so far. But man, I thought we were gonna have a very special moment there for a sec. Let's see if Canada can dig away back, and they've settled down a little bit. Belgium is
Yeah, we survived the first 20 minutes with almost no fuss, which is
No.
good.
Alistair
Whoa.
does well.
Imagine.
It just goes in.
No. Those tricky camera angles.
You got this, Canada. Missing that penalty made me throw my back during a peer squat.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I hope you're
Hey,
okay. Hope you're okay.
That's the commitment I like to see. I could have been injured too, but honestly, I was closer to crying as opposed to injuring myself.
I think it's just the TFC fan in me that I'm used to seeing important penalties go bad. Just didn't really faze me that much.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, again, I love. It's the thing about. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. And again, I give Davies the props to having the cojones to go up there and take that.
Yeah, man.
But,
For the moment.
yeah.
You know what? It's hard though because it's not a nobody goalkeeper. Like that's Thibaut Courtois.
It is,
Like-
but it's just like Jonathan David. He's a penalty taker at club level. He takes a
facts.
ton more penalties. He's your.
I wonder why Davies was the man up. I know Herdman said that he was never going to tell the players who should take it. It was always going to be their decision.
That's a risky play. We've seen it backfire in the past, just, with teammates arguing with each other. But, the brotherhood, they figured it out. I think it's because Davies demands respect. And I love everything about Fonzie's game. He is world class for a reason. He's the best in his position for a reason.
Yeah, there's other things to consider too. Is just like there's a commercial element to like Alphonso scoring Canada's first goal. Like there's a whole slew of merchandise and like marketing opportunities and everything. So there is a added layer and an added benefit to having him go.
There could, but I mean that added layer could have potentially costed us 3 points.
No. We still got so much.
We do.
No, we
but
don't talk like
no,
that now.
I think it's just it's Davies wanting to be that guy.
Yeah,
like
facts.
when you see him like roaming around in his 10, you see him taking penalties,
Well-
you see him taking corners, free kicks. This isn't good. Yuri Tillmans getting back. Mitchie Batshuayi. Oh,
Nothing.
come
They got
on!
nothing. They got nothing.
I just think he's a big name. He wants to be the guy. So he's got a good penalty record for Canada. So you can't really flaw him there. He's got
Dude, Alistair's got to do better there. Oh,
Tillmans.
wait, was that Victoria? That might have been Victoria.
Oh, that's a big block from Kamal Miller
No,
though.
that was
Yeah, it was
Alistair
Alistair.
Johnson.
Got turned a little too easy there.
Dude, you can't let Hazard do that to you.
Yeah, he's not that hazard anymore.
Actually, it was interesting. Eden Hazard scored the most goals in our sim, which sort of implied that they might have trouble on this side.
That PK was for JD. Well, there's another one. I'm assuming maybe Davies will take it, or David will take it. But now we got a corner to defend. KDB easily
Really
defended.
good.
Easily defended.
Easy.
Oh, that's poor hit. Oh, that's where you want him on
It's
the
okay,
break.
it's okay, it's okay. Follow up.
That's another good ball.
Oh, Thibaut.
Hoylett.
It's a handball. Yeah, no
AirPod.
AirPod. Probably wasn't allowed.
Oh.
Infantino himself was like, today I feel no AirPods.
No AirPod. 24 minutes in. The game has settled down a little bit. Belgium's kind of playing their way into it and creating a couple chances, but you can just see one mistake can put their back line in so much danger. And there it is. Or it could have been. Here comes Belgium. A lot of space in that midfield for De Bruyne to run at. Not what you like to see. Nicely done,
Nothing,
Richie. That's ours. That's ours.
nothing.
Canada's looking great against a European powerhouse. Good luck. We're a Man City fans, so please don't hurt KDB. Go Canada. They are. I mean, could have been up 1-0 with the missed pen, but they've looked really good so far.
It's okay. Missed pen was just the spice
Yeah.
that made this game.
Yeah, just give me all the emotions I need.
Exactly.
But they're in. It is impressive, man. This is a European powerhouse. They're not the same Belgium, and I think we can acknowledge that of 2016 to even like 2020. But this is still a ton of talent. These are all
This is still a really
Yeah.
good team that wears socks with fire on
with
it.
fire on it. Yeah, this is the top. Every player in that starting 11 plays for a top 5 league, and you have probably the best keeper in the world at the moment, one of them, and then probably one of the best players in KDB. So this team is no joke.
And one of the baldest managers, which,
Roberto Martinez, yeah,
yeah, it's important.
it's important. I forgot that he. I always forget. I mean, he's Spanish, which I think there's never been a manager to win a World Cup managing a nationality that they are not.
Really?
Yeah. I remember that from the I don't know. Yeah, no, because Didier Deschamps won the last one. He's French.
That's good.
So they mentioned that in the last World Cup. I remember that conversation and said Roberto Martinez would be the very first manager to do so. So just a fun fact for anyone who did not know that.
Or John Herdman.
Or John Herdman. You never know, but yeah, that's the first one. But little possession here now. Davies, nicely done.
Come on.
Fonzie.
Hit it.
Hutch! Oh, it would have been
Could you
so
imagine?
nice.
Could you imagine?
It's better, man. It's better.
I don't know how. I couldn't handle that.
The scenes when Atiba Hutchinson slammed
Dude,
home.
we look good. Is it too early for me to say that we actually genuinely look good?
No. We look good for the opening few minutes, but it's the battle back and reaction I like as well. Because it's so easy just to have a hot start and
I
kind of.
thought we were gonna be way more nervous than this. Like I thought it was gonna be like 30 minutes of hell, and then maybe settle down right before the halftime. Am I wrong, chat? Like, let us know. Like,
No, I mean, Pep is bolder than.
Is he though? I feel like he's not. I
they're
feel like
both-
Pep's got the stubble around the side.
They're both pretty shiny heads, but yeah, I mean, I think, and again, we talk about the narrative of Belgium. You know, they don't want to play with the pressure on them. Canada is always going to be the underdogs, no matter how confident they are. They're the underdogs of this game, and it's showing.
That's not a foul.
No, they're up for the challenge. No, that wasn't a style.
I'm usually so generous with it, but I feel like every tackle is like, that's not a foul.
It's not a foul. Come on, not on our guys. Witzel.
Oh, that genuinely is not a foul. He didn't even touch him. It's all right. We'll have like 15 minutes of added time at the end of this half. Or
Literally.
whatever the World Cup's been doing.
What do you guys think of those extra minutes? Like even that 1-1. I remember I was watching the U.S. Wales game. Like
Please ban spammers.
maybe four
Spamming.
minutes of extra time would be like a normal game, but they put 9 up. It's been really different. But they're cracking down on added time and time wasting. So there you go. All right, possession 1 back. See what Canada can do here. Building up from the back. Finds David. Nice ball from JD. Richie. Oh.
The 2 passes and he picked right down the middle.
It's a good ball, and that's what Jonathan David can do. That ability to drop back. Another nice ball. Oh,
foul.
ref! Oh my!
How is that not a foul? Yeah.
I thought it was for sure. That would have been a dangerous.
He was so strict about them for the other guys.
Would have been a dangerous free kick as well.
That would have been the Eustaquio.
F in the chat, man. That was lame. I would have loved to see Eustaquio walk up to that.
Dude, we're getting chances.
Johnston. It's that wing play, man. You just love to see it. The combination between the
let's
two.
go.
Alistair! Alistair!
That's a pen.
Still back to Alistair! Johnston! Oh! Come on! Does that not look like a pen? He didn't complain too much. Maybe he just...
I guess not.
Alistair Johnson goes on a
Follow up
tear. Finds Atiba.
Damn. That was a good shot.
Eustaquio. The Canadians in Qatar are absolutely loving it, man.
That's not great luck.
What?
It's
Oh no.
a little Belgium for you.
Yeah, I got a couple Moroccans and Croatians in our packs, which is ridiculous. Here comes Tejan. Oh, he does so well.
Eventually, one of these runs is going to find a target in the box.
Let's take a look here. Where's... Oh, it's not even
Great
showing the...
shot.
It was a good hit, but where's like the penalty shout? No, I'm not gonna even show. So must not have been even close.
You probably didn't even contest it.
I have $500 on Canada. Hope they win. Lost 2K on Argentina. Won 2.5 on Ecuador.
Is this Canadian dollars?
Yeah, 'cause Canadian. I'm not sure. We had quite the story from yesterday, but very soft. Canada coming at it once again, man. Nice ball. Buchanan. Hit him!
Pass it
David,
off!
no!
Pass it off! How do
He
you
was
not pass it
open!
off?
Oh, David, he was wide open.
Dude,
Oh,
you gotta pass that
no.
off.
Oh, he knows it. He knows it. His eyes lit up at the opportunity.
It's like, I'm not making that mistake again.
Oh, no. And look, was that Hoylett running on, or no, it would have been Larea running onto it. Who's winning? It's nothing right now,
0-0.
guys. Oh no. Oh no. Nicely done.
Nice.
Come on. And there's Atiba. That's what he can do, man. Just putting the body in the right area and pick out a pass. That's what Atiba's in
It's
for.
like I've done this 1,000 times. Oh, Davies.
Breaking ankles.
Get it.
Yes, Hoylett. Take a hit. Why not? Oh! JD!
Oh.
The opportunities are coming left, right, and center, guys.
That's it. It's just one of them's got to go in.
Canada's looking sharp. They are, man. This could be the fun little fairy tale team to watch. But we got another shot, or header, I guess, wider than mark. But get to open another panini pack, aiming for our Canadians. Oh, that's what you don't like to see. KDB running at the ball. Oh.
Someone said who won, Spain or Costa Rica?
Yeah, that's close. That's a close one. Got the Brazilian team. I guess this old Brazilian 1958 is like the...
Like a throwback?
I guess.
Nice.
That's not a bad card. The rest of them were nothing of excitement. Canada is winning 7-0. Yeah, for
Get the Voyageurs.
Oh, man.
Get in, lads.
It's just so much. It's the beautiful thing about the World Cup. 4 years in the making for potentially as little as 3 games. You know, like you need to make every minute count. Like, you don't know when an opportunity is coming. Oh, that's why I just. Yeah, the heart's hurting a little bit, but it is. It's honestly, it's why it's the most beautiful tournament in sports. Just so much on the line, and like you can see the biggest of teams, like a Germany, like a Belgium. Who's like an Argentina, just know that this is supposed to be your moment, but you're maybe just nervous. A team's coming at you hard, you don't know how to react, and upsets are in the making. But Canada's still playing well despite Davies missing the penalty. Sometimes looks like the midfield's a little bit open for Belgium to run at, but it's just the style Canada's playing. They're going for it. Oh, that's a good ball. Can Castagna get there? He can't. 11 shots and 2 on target. We're definitely winning this. Ali seems pumped. Let's go, Canada. Costa Rica won. Well, you know.
Christian Jack says, this is a game so far of a very brave but effective press from Canada, and Belgium are trying to figure it out. De Bruyne's movements to get into space has ignited their only 2 attacks, and they are going direct. But Canada's press is legit and has shown no signs of slowing down. Yet. So,
It's
a much smarter piece of analysis than what we can offer you.
KJ in Qatar enjoying the match. I'm assuming he's obviously there. Yeah. Like,
Shout outs to Nora as well. Nora's been been submitting photos. She's been doing great work.
Hank says that KDB looks pretty frustrated. Canada doing great job controlling the game. Great energy. It is. And it's a kind of like touching on what KJ said. I mean, it can. I find it can be obviously riskier going toe to toe with like a Belgium, especially going on like the 2-man midfield. Borjan being a little silly there, but
Just a heads up, chat. Like, we're obviously a broadcast channel. We're not showing this game, and we're not gonna allow people to like ask or post links to streams or anything. So don't ask for links. Don't go wondering. Like, I mean, if you guys want to figure out where to find it, you can Google it. But yeah, sorry, we gotta be we gotta have like zero tolerance policy on like sharing illegal links or anything.
PSA. There we go. It's in. But yeah, and hopefully a lot of you guys are able to watch the match. We're going up to the 36th minute right now. And
YouTube says, hey, Dortmund guy.
Dortmund guy. Nice ball. Alistair Johnston. A Tejan header. We've seen some. He's good. He's good at it. You've seen it there. Nice.
Dude,
once again.
Atiba.
Oh. Is that David who fell? It's where they can get themselves in a little bit of trouble. The amount of pressing that they're doing, they don't get there. That's when the midfield comes pretty open for Belgium. But right now, the press has looked pretty good. And considering that it's a 39-year-old Atiba Hutchinson and Stephanie Eustaquio, they know exactly what they can expect from one another.
Yeah.
The freedom for Steps to push up a little bit. Atiba usually drops back, but when the opportunity is there, the thing I like about Atiba is, again, we talk about his footballing IQ. The ability to just put his body in the right area to shift, like just to get the ball back, is something I've always loved about him. It's why they call him the octopus. With those big, he's got those big legs that are just able to basically be that midfielder that you need just to stop the opposing attack and get the ball out to the wings. And he's showing that he looks like a young 27-year-old today. So.
Damn. Okay, so it looks like Adam Jenkins will not be joining us, or unlikely to be joining us. He's actually okay. So cool story. He got a call up from the national team. An interview with Christine Sinclair. So that was apparently scheduled for 2:00.
Tough time.
I think everybody's, got other things going on at 2:00. Jenkins is sitting down with Christine Sinclair, so obviously look out for that soon. But yeah, I don't think he'll be able to make it. But hopefully Oliver Platt, and we'll have Jordan around as well. Maybe a couple other guests will show up and.
Richie. Is another one? Where are you going, ref? Where are you going? Where are you pointing?
Take a look. Just do the video. Just do video.
Oh, that's on the foot.
That's
It's on the
100% a
foot.
pen. That's a pen. That's got to be a pen.
We're gonna have the next door neighbors ruining the moment again, but
That's got to be a pen.
no.
Dude, how are you not? Like, at least VAR?
Wow. Is he waiting? He said no.
I think he's waiting.
Stepped on his foot.
Everyone's chanting VAR.
Oh my. What is going on?
Yeah, okay, penalty check.
Come on. Don't break my heart twice. So it's
Dude.
got to be David this time if it is a pen.
Just take a look. Who's it going to hurt?
He looked like he stepped on the foot.
Yeah, everything stepped on
Fitzel getting burnt with pace.
Come on, VAR.
Come
What?
on.
How?
Come on. That's ridiculous.
Damn, chat. They really not gonna give it to us, eh?
I don't know, man. He burned him with pace, and he stepped on the back of his foot to bring him down. I mean, they only gave us the one view. So, I mean, maybe, like, there's some other reason. But that's, I don't know, man. That's a little surprising. But pace is what's going to get this Belgium side. Look at Fonzie.
Fonzie.
Davies, beautiful. Back to him.
Burn him.
You have to refresh the scoreboard in the corner.
Oh, do I? Yeah, we'll do it at halftime. It's 0-0. We'll get the score bug thingy over there updated for halftime.
What are you guys saying? A lot of that's a pen. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see if I can just do that.
A little harsh, guys. A little harsh.
Oh, there we go. All right.
We were playing so good. Let's get this W, boys. I mean, the way that the run of play is going, you have to imagine. Right now, it's looking like Canada could potentially do it. It's just we're getting up to halftime right now. I mean, going in at the break, 0-0. That's not bad. Going in with a 1-0 lead would have been something special. Oh man. Davies looks good too. Coming back from injury, obviously, was a big scare, but he's looked good. Question is, depending on how fit Hutch is, say he lasts 60. Chat, let me know. What do you guys think? Who's the replacement if Hutch only goes for about 60 minutes? Is it a time for an Ismail Kone to do something incredible? Do you go the maybe safer option with Samuel Piet? Maybe go more attacking, Jonathan Azorio? I don't know. What would you do, Armin?
I want to see Ismail Kone.
You want to see Ismail Kone?
Yeah, let's see what he can do. I mean, it's not a bad game to put him in. Like, this midfield, like, there's good space. Eustaquio and Atiba aren't too pressured. Like, Belgium's two midfielders are sitting pretty deep, so give him some space.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how long Hutch is gonna last, but like I said, I mean, he didn't play a single minute with Besiktas leading up to this World Cup, except for one cup match against a third-tier opposition where he played a good chunk of change, looked pretty good with it, and then obviously was able to join up with Canada. And he looks fully fit. Like Hutch looks great out there. I just don't know how long he's going to last. There's been a couple whispers around like the 60-minute mark, but maybe they play him the whole 90, rest him completely for Croatia. I don't 100% know. Here comes Borjan.
No, we don't need any of those Milan Borjanisms.
It's a tough one. The Ray was looking for that pen. He did, but there was contact. I think that's what's annoying. Is Jade Nelson in the squad? He is not. He was in the all North American Canadian camp that played Bahrain, but
Alongside Lucas McNaughton, who
Lucas
plays, for Toronto FC, and who else was there that didn't make the cut? Zachary broke a yard.
Schaffelberg, Akinola.
Yeah.
Basically every Canadian in Major League Soccer that every starting Canadian in Major League Soccer was in that camp. 42 minutes. Gearing up to 43. We're close to halftime here. I'd say it's probably pretty crucial to get out with a draw. If not, they can find something here. But Kone in at the 60 minutes. Absolutely not to Piet. A lot of you guys are saying Kone, Azorio. I would lean towards Kone. Again, I just think right now he's a kid for the moment. He's a very different profile player to Hutch. I think that it would make our midfield a little bit more vulnerable, but going forward, it would make it a little more potent. So it's, again, for me, it's that risk reward. The safe defensive bet Nicely done from Eustaquio. Finds Davies.
I'm also not disinterested in this game. I'm just for anybody who doesn't know, I run the One Soccer social account, so we're currently cutting some photos from Nora. I'll show you guys some pretty cool action shots.
The ticker's frozen.
Ticker's frozen? How do I fix it?
Alistair.
Did it fix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if we can get a late one here, guys. I just subbed. Shout out to AJ. Nice ball. Come on, Dejan!
Tejan.
Oh, they're
No,
finding
we're gonna
ways,
score.
man.
100% we're scoring in second
Oh
half.
my
100%.
God! How did he not
Look
put?
at
Oh, he
the
just.
amount of chances that we're creating. This is giving shades of that Costa Rica game.
Oh man. Can't take their chances right now. They're slicing through this Belgian back line, which we expected, but the clinical finishing is just, it hasn't been there right now. I'm curious to see if Belgium will drop off a little bit in the second half now that they have the lead. I just think that'll just invite even more pressure. But Canada needs to be clinical. Tejan should have buried that. But at least, I mean, the positive thing that the chances are coming. Someone said it's similar to Uruguay, and you're right. I mean,
Oh yeah, true. It is very similar to the Uruguay match.
if we weren't clinical, Uruguay took their chances. So has Belgium. Ref. But I mean, oh, this poor ball from De Bruyne. But that's. A lot of white shirts coming back here. There's a poor ball.
Clear it.
Oh, Alistair, walk it right into.
Good work.
There was a bit of a penalty shout, so it didn't look like a crazy serious one. See if the ref stops it at all. Doesn't look like it. Where did Eustaquio's hit go? Oh, he fluffed it. It did hit the arms, but I mean, they were as
They're
tucked
inside,
in
yeah,
as
that's-
you could have possibly imagined. Natural position,
Any more tucked in, and that's a medical concern.
literally.
All right, not a bad first half. I mean, obviously.
They were the better team.
Yeah.
They were the better team, but just a missed penalty will just.
Mohammed says Belgian goal has an offside possibility and don't know why it wasn't checked for VAR. We'll take a look. Yeah, halftime.
Oh man. I mean, let me know your guys' biggest takeaway from the half, guys. Put it in the chat. I mean, for me, we're playing with a heavy hitter, and we're
Hey, we're only down.
the
1-0.
better team. I thought in that first half. I thought Canada created more chances. They looked more comfortable. They came out with energy. It's just they had that penalty. It could have been a totally different game right now. I know it's ifs, and I keep bringing it up, but it's hard to look past when you end up missing a penalty like that. But
Yep.
even besides the penalty, there was chances. Canada could have scored potentially 2 or 3 that half. Belgium really only had that one chance, and they took it.
Yeah, man.
It's tough, but I mean, they only went into the break down 1. and the way that they're playing, and maybe Belgium looking to drop off a little bit, I think this game's far from over.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a good second half. Like, Canada has chances. That's why I'm like, there's a part of me that's not too concerned, because it's just a matter of like, when do you break down the levy? You know, the amount of opportunities that Canada's creating from wide positions has me really encouraged, because I mean, eventually you find a target. Like, it's a numbers game. You know, you don't keep those out forever. Where I would be a little more concerned is how Canada responds to like the 60, 65th, 70th minute. If the tempo slows down, because their high press demands a lot from them. If the tempo slows down, then Belgium can start to get a foothold on the game, and that could be a little worrisome. But also, Canada is a very fit team. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Chat, let us know in the comments, what do you think is going to happen? Like, are we going to have the similar second half? Is it going to be even more one-sided for Canada?
Yeah, I mean, got a couple saying robbed of a penalty, and there was that other penalty shout. We didn't get a huge explanation, at least from where we're watching, so I'm curious to see if they show it over halftime. It's funny because like a couple of you guys are pointing out, Argentina was up 1-0, Germany was up 1-0, and the underdogs found a way to come back. So,
yeah. Hey, let's we got KJ on the scene. Let's watch the national anthem on stream. I don't think we got a chance to do that. I mean, obviously 90 minutes of football, everyone's totally zoned in right now, but these are really special moments, and these are the moments that like will be remembered. So.
Bring on Atiba and Kone. Footage courtesy of KJ. Canada's clearly the better team today.
Incredible scenes.
That was the scenes. That was very cool. I mean, there's been some, question marks with a lot of the support that is, the stadiums have been half empty in some of the matches. So that looked pretty good, pretty encouraging as well. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Canada, I thought was the much better team. I think it's just a matter of chance. Someone saying daylight robbery or highway robbery. I don't know where that comment went, but this is daylight. This is daylight robbery. Number 2 team in the world, not a chance. Courtois looking good. Yeah. It's a game of chances, and I think just in terms of the style of play, yes, we were the better looking side. We created more chances. We looked calmer. It was a really impressive performance, really encouraging performance to see what could be in the second half, and of course what could be in the next 2 games to come. The issue again, and we saw it when Canada had their first, because a lot of you guys know this, but Canada went well over a year. I'm thinking maybe close to 2 years, maybe more than 2 years. I can't remember. It was January 2020 that they played a team outside of CONCACAF.
I think this is the penalty save right here in slow motion. This is in Victoria, BC.
It's just gonna heartbreaking.
Look, he is everybody that is in the chat right now. Just the hope in our eyes. Oh, you can. It's like that Simpsons thing where you can see the moment.
The heart breaks.
Yo, I feel him.
It's making me sad.
Damn, who shot this on super slow-mo?
Just watch everyone's. There's a 2-minute video.
Yeah, we're not doing this for 2 minutes.
That was painful.
Yeah.
That was painful to watch.
It's all right. We'll get it in the second.
It
See,
was.
That's okay. It needed to be more beautiful than a penalty.
This is heartbreak in slow-mo. Armin's just trying to make us even more sad here at our intermission, but
36 years in the making. Look at that.
It's a
Look
good
at that
picture.
squad. I mean, a part of us is like, we're happy to be here, and obviously being down 1-0 is, not a horrible result based on the opposition that we're playing. But after 45 minutes where you see Canada play that well, it just feels like not deserved.
This feels of what could have been
Yeah.
type of first half, because the chances that they created, just the way that they, like, no one really knew what to expect. Like, you've seen like underdogs overachieve already this tournament. You've seen an underdog get hammered. I personally didn't think that Canada was going to get hammered, but I didn't know they were going to come out here and dictate the way that they were going to play. I think they had a lot of rhythm. Thought they had a clear identity of how they wanted to attack Belgium. It's just, it came down to chances, and they missed quite a few, including a penalty, which is just tough to recover from. And unfortunately, we were punished.
After, alright, you're going to make me look bad for saying it, but looks like we do have Adam Jenkins in the house.
After interviewing a goat.
How was your...
Put my bag down yet.
Look at that. Coming in with style.
surprised us. Oh yeah, here's the moment here. So that's the footstep. What's up, Adam?
Oh yeah, that's a penalty for sure. Shout out to the
Legacy.
3-letter and their radio station for letting me know what's going on right now. Unreal.
Yeah, that is a foot stamp if I've ever seen one.
Oof.
How's your interview?
I mean, anytime you get to hang out with Christine Sinclair is a good time. So
Yeah,
It's a W.
I wore my famous Adam Jenkins red leather jacket for her.
Beautiful.
Because here's a funny story. We'll fill some halftime with this.
Here.
The day after she broke the record, so we were there obviously covering the tournament. I had the first and it was amazing. But the day after we were doing a scrum,
Yep.
Christine and basically every media outlet who exists was there wanting to speak to her. And just before that, Lloyd Thomas, who's a former colleague of mine, and I were doing a feature on 3 sisters from Aurora who play for St. Kitts and Nevis.
Right.
And just trying to organize everything in a tournament like that, it takes time.
For
It was
sure.
a little convoluted. So we were wrapping up, was thanking the family for their graciousness to let us do that. And it was like 2 minutes late to the scrum with Christine. So I tried to sneak in the back door of this conference room, and I got this, I love it, but it's an obnoxious red leather jacket. So I'm trying to tiptoe through and not interrupt anything. And she basically, I think she was ESPN, she like stopped answering the question and like made direct eye contact with me and says, I thought the Jonas Brothers were only 3. And I'm like, oh my God. And this was like my second year on the job. And I'm like, this is
Damn.
mortifying. So I had to wear it for her
Roasted
again
by
today.
the goat.
Did she like it?
Did she comment?
She did. She
She
was
did.
like, thank you for this.
All right.
Nice.
Well, Jenkins comes in and gets the spirits a little bit better because,
Here's another look.
yeah, I mean, looking back at that,
Chat. I mean, how is that not a foot stamp? Is there any I can zoom in here? Look at that.
Canada versus refs.
That's not it.
It seems harsh. We were screaming for it, and they went to VAR. Like, it said that they went to VAR, so I'm surprised. Like, even in that moment, it's like, give the ref another look at it.
All right,
The
so we
bare
got some
minimum.
halftime stats from Opta. Obviously, the goal column we can ignore because that's
Look at the XG, 2.2.
0.5. Yeah, there you go. See?
Not that, again, not
Not that
XG means
XG
everything, but if you
matters,
watch
but-
that half, it correlates. Canada could have scored 2, if not
14
3.
shots. We did not open 14 packs, my friend. Did we? No, we opened like
No.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, we'll do like a few each. Yeah, do
All right,
3.
couple panini packs here to make up for the 14 shots that Canada had.
We also got 2 on target each. Possession 44. Not bad. We'll take it.
All right, what do we got here? Well, I feel like that's a good. Is that not good?
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, it's it's the guy who's. packed
Really, we're just looking for
there, you know.
Canadians. Everybody
Yeah.
else is
So I
just
thought
bonus.
that was cool. I keep getting Croatian players, and I don't like that feel. Got Luka for the third time. All right, disappointing. 3-1 Canada final. I promise.
Timothy Weah. Not bad. Dude, do you know that Pele sent him a message after he scored? Because his dad never actually played in a World Cup.
Oh, to take a shot at his dad.
No. Like George Weah is like a national icon.
yeah.
But I think it was just like Pele giving like his friend's kid like acknowledgement, like, hey, look how far you've come. Good stuff, kid.
Absolutely nothing in that pack.
Dude, can I pull up one Canadian?
Yeah,
Never.
that
I
could-
feel like I've opened like 40 packs at this point. Not one single Canadian.
Got Spain, Saudi Arabia, Declan Rice, Connor Cody, and Davy Class. Poor packs, unfortunately. See what the chat is saying.
Canada is stronger in the second half usually, says Brett Gibson. Actually, facts. I genuinely like can't recall the amount of times that we came out in the second half and just looked like a completely reinvigorated team. It's those Herdman halftime team talks, I think. What do you think he's telling him right now?
I think he's just telling him
And
to be
more
calm.
importantly, what do you think he's holding right now? Is it like a gigantic sword?
The sword, and he's got the sword. But I think, in all honesty, I think he's just telling him, the guys, like that was an incredible half. You did everything right. Maybe you're just, again, we think that they don't show a lot of nerves because they played that well, but there's like usually, I mean, when you have those type of nerves, there's something in the back of your mind. So maybe it's the finishing, maybe it is whatever it is. But I think Herdman's just trying to settle them down, being like, if you guys can do what you did in that half, the goal will come, the goals will come, and just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let it frustrate you. I know it's tough to miss the penalty. He's probably going to Davies and being, and Davies didn't let his head drop. Davies was creative throughout the half, even after the missed pen. But I think he just wants to relax them because he's got that mentality every time, and he just wants the boys to stay focused and do what they can do.
Monster. Damn.
Who else is watching from class right now? Let us know. They came back from the missed pen. They will. Whew.
Oliver Platt, like, this is totally unthinkable. Nuts. What's he talking about? Halftime. 0.66 XG
Oh, the
to
X.
2.34 for Canada. So it's like that range of... Damn. All right, Ollie, give us some more analysis, please. Forget about that goal. That was a sensational half from Canada. Hell yeah. With the start today, Atiba Hutchinson will become the second oldest male outfield player in World Cup history, ahead of legendary Argentina and River Plate forward Angel Labruna, and trailing only the iconic Roger Milla. Yeah, Roger Milla. All right, good stuff from Ollie. I don't know if he's going to be around. Jenks, do you know if Ollie's coming by?
Pardon me?
Do you know if Oliver's coming by?
Coming back. He was here?
No, coming by.
Oh, good question.
So maybe. Hard maybe on that. Way more impressive by the Canadian team than I ever imagined.
Oh, right here. Okay, if you want to take some talking points and platitudes. Canada didn't look bad. Also, Saudi Arabia and Japan were both down 1-0 in the first half. That is true.
That's what I was saying. Two comebacks for 2-1 by two underdogs.
Philippe says this is the changes he'd make. In a 4-4-2, he'd put Adekubi on for Hoylett, Laren on for Larea, and Kone for Hutchinson. Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Herdman, you're probably going to want to switch things up around the 60 or 65th.
Yeah, I doubt Herdman's going to touch anything just because they
Right
played
now
well.
it's working, yeah. I
But
just don't know how many minutes Hutchinson has, and I don't know how much I like Hoylett. Like, I thought he had an okay half, but I think Kyle Laren would add that finishing touch in the box that they're kind of missing right now. Like, I think with Davies and Buchanan, you're already getting, and plus the overlap of Larea and Alistair Johnston, you are getting that wide service. I don't know how much Hoylett is doing that.
like
Laren would be.
he's if you switch him for
Are we back?
Adekubi,
I think we are back. Oh, I can't show you guys that.
I like what Hoylett's been doing, but I mean, if you do end up switching him with Adekubi, put Larea to the right, Adekubi to the left, it brings more pace. Maybe Adekubi's probably not as creative of a player, but it brings more pace. But second half is back underway, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let us know how you guys are feeling. Give me a percentage in the chat. Out of 100, what do you guys think is the percentage that they can turn this thing around?
CF called us maple syrup merchants.
Maple syrup merchants.
You know, once a year, there's usually like a news story that breaks around this time, and I always love reading it. It came up for the first time when I was in journalism school. There's like a high stakes, high like like a really expensive maple syrup robbery like every year. Like some facility in Montreal will just get like burgled in the middle of the night, and like millions of dollars worth of syrup just goes missing, which to me is incredible because it implies two things. One, it's extremely lucrative to steal and sell maple syrup in the black market. And two, there are people so good at it that they can continually do it and not get caught.
Maple syrup merchants.
That's a movie to me.
That's a movie.
Chat, would you watch that movie?
The Maple.
Sounds like a Batman movie.
Yeah, the Maple Bandits. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to add to that
No, you don't
conversation.
Have to. That story tells itself.
But moving forward from the
if,
robbing
if you're
of
an international viewer who just tuned in, yes, you did watch two Canadians talk about maple syrup. That's the start of the second half of a World Cup game.
After
after 36 years.
We've done it twice. Once Canada qualified for the World Cup, and once the women won gold, I took a big shot of maple syrup. So.
Oh, that can't be good for you.
No, it can't be good for you, but I did it because, the chat wanted it. So I understand. People have maple syrup can make you crazy, but we're back underway here in the second half. And I don't know. I mean, Armin, you're saying you weren't really that nervous going into the second half, just in terms of how Canada has been playing and what they can do.
Okay, it literally is just like a game of odds. Like if you keep spinning the casino, eventually it'll hit, Eventually it'll hit.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, with the amount of chances that Canada with the amount of chances that Canada created in the first half, if they can continue to just create chances, eventually one of those will hit.
Yeah.
It's just a numbers game. And to be perfectly honest, besides the Batshuayi goal, I'm not seeing from Belgium what I was fearing I would see, which is this overwhelming pressure and constant creation of chances. It feels a little bit more muted. It feels a little bit more like they're okay being on the back foot. And maybe that's their strategy.
Which is crazy. But it looks like there was a substitution at half. It looks like Onana came on for Tielemans for Belgium. Taylor, I don't know if you... And Meunier came on for Castagna, I'm assuming. So yeah, double substitution for Belgium. Meunier and Onana on, Castagna and Tielemans off, which is interesting. Look at that nutmeg. 7. David! I don't know what that was. He nutmeg KDB.
That was a shot, is what it was.
So on the way by, can you give me your kid after that? Excuse me? That was a good ball from Eustaquio. What happened there? David.
Chat saying Belgium goal, then chat saying Davies goal. I think chat might be trolling us.
I know, I've been trying very hard not to look at the chat because I don't want anything ruined, but then we got our other people in the studio.
Yeah, like 5 seconds.
Yeah, also ruining everything, so we're trying to, trying our best. But all right, there was a shot there, sort of, from Jonathan David. So we got another pack. We got, there's the luck, turn it around. We got our first Canadian. And it's Kamal.
Kamal Miller.
Lovely.
Nice. If we have a repeat,
Lovely.
we'll put him on the believe sign.
Do we have him? We could have him already. I think we do, actually. Pardon? Stack him, yeah.
We do have Kamal Miller.
Yeah. So we got a...
So Kamal Miller gets to go on the believe sign. He's our first Canadian double.
Did they say Castagna there? Did Castagna not come up? Was it Carrasco? I thought he just said...
Yeah, it was for Carrasco.
Okay, it was for Carrasco, so my bad. I didn't see it, but no. So it was Carrasco who came off for Meunier. Castagna went over to the left. It's more defensive. That makes more sense because Carrasco, obviously, I mean, he does play wingback for Atletico, but he is more attack-minded as opposed to a straight-out fullback. Nice turn from JD. Eustaquio, Davies. Push it out wide. Took a look. Oh, Steph!
Someone's got to get a touch on that. That's a great shot pass thing.
It was a shot,
That's
maybe.
a shot.
Was it a shot? You guys count that as a shot? Another pack coming up. You got a lot of 0 percentages coming in for Canada turning around. But I see a 70 in there. 100% from Lee. A lot of zeros though. That's
Dude, what's with the Americans?
couple 20s. Johnson's a boss. He is.
Kellen Acosta and Ricardo Pepi.
Boo. Sorry.
Oh, actually, Ricardo Pepi is blue.
Ooh. It's a nice one for the Americans in the chat.
We'll take it.
Junior. Then
If Hoylett scores, I'm gonna look so dumb.
Junior.
Like, yeah,
Right.
take him
Oh,
off.
it's
He's
a
not
poor-
doing anything.
Poor ball. Oh, and absolutely out of here, says Victoria. Not a chance. Where's Lukaku? He is injured. Let's go Canada, watching from work, live with 10 others. Ali, hope you're keeping well. Enjoying the game, enjoying the coverage. But again, 5 minutes into the second half, it's been decent so far. They're finding it easy to create chances. It's just they haven't really been able to capitalize on them. Playing a little dangerously from the back there on Thibaut Courtois under a lot of pressure.
Flashbacks. Yeah, they survived the 65th minute, and they score before the 80th. They win the game.
And they win the game. So before that,
Yes.
double substitution potentially. Who
Okay.
are you looking to maybe come on? And do you think Davies or Hutch are going to have to be sacrificed just because of coming back from injury?
They won't take Davies out unless he aggravates something or is on a minutes restriction. I think for his confidence after missing the penalty, they can't. Hutch is a no-brainer. As much as yesterday my prediction was he would score the first goal.
No, you never know.
He had a shot.
Yeah.
He came.
I know, I heard that.
And then as a replacement for Hutch, Kone, is that the obvious one?
Kone, I think if this scoreline stays the same, if they get another, I can see Piet going.
Yeah.
But Laren's got to come in at some point.
That's what I was saying. I feel like Laren for Hoylett makes a lot of sense to me because the wingbacks and the wingers are producing enough opportunities without.
That's deep stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Hoylett looked really good against...
I'd also like to see Davies a little more forward, but I know he's doing a job there.
Yeah. I was surprised when I saw the team sheet and then heard the first little bit.
Also, is this the first time you've seen Herdman in like a proper suit?
Yes, he's
Yeah,
sharp dressed man.
for the
Yeah, but
moment.
look at the button still. He's
You know-
still showing that, though. Showing it off.
We forgot when we were doing What's John listening to, we never gave ZZ Top a shout for sharp dressed man. But
Oh,
today that would
true.
be it.
She's a sharply dressed man.
Very sharply dressed. Yo, there are 3,000 of you in this chat. That is amazing.
Chat, how we doing? And we wanted all 13 provinces and territories. How we doing?
Yeah, I think we saw a good spread in some major cities, but if you live in like kind of a remote part of Canada, just let us know. Like,
Chat, yes, absolutely. I'll highlight that, but I want to know every single one of you watching right now in front of your keyboard. Where are you watching from? I'm very, very curious. Great to have you aboard.
our volume is low.
Because I'm so far away.
Takes it
Taking
short.
Joe.
Oh, JD.
Oh, trying too much. What's
Well-
with Kevin De Bruyne not passing the ball to Tielemans, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know.
Has that been a thing?
That's been a thing.
Tielemans was yanked off, too. Yeah, De Bruyne looks a little frustrated. I mean, the goal obviously cheered him up a little bit, but in that first half, when it was getting towards the end, look at Buchanan.
Oh my God.
Come on,
Chat,
Tejan. Oh.
Chat, I love you so much. We got Oshawa, Montreal, Nepal, Baffin Island,
Ooh.
Seattle, Brazil, Houston, Edmonton, Waterloo, Calgary, Alberta, baby, says Drop Zone.
Baby.
Bowen Island, okay. Waterloo, Brampton, Iran, Halifax. Oh, chat, keep it coming, chat. I love this. St. Kitts, two St. Kitts.
Royson just says school.
School.
Tuning in from.
One of my favorite memories from middle school.
What's going
was
down here?
The World Cup in 2010.
Oh,
yeah,
no, picks
kick
up
him
the
out.
yellow.
Ottawa, San Jose, California, Brazil,
Saskatoon.
New Orleans, traveling as Earth Gang. Toronto here, good stuff. Fredericton, South Dakota, come on, let's go. Philippines, can't find a live feed that's not a trial. I appreciate the effort to try and see it. Jamaica, Bissett, Manitoba. Fungus Among Us, that's not a real town.
Fungus Among Us, you just got a 300-second time.
Yeah, timeout.
Fungus Among Us.
Timmins, Jamaica.
Timmins, there you go.
Michigan, Utah, Winnipeg. Good Lord, people. Liberia, Morocco, Kuala Lumpur. Let's go.
Well
Thank you,
done,
chat.
Jenkins. Well
Thank
done.
You, chat. Palm
Done.
Springs,
Oh,
one of
yeah.
my favorite places in the world. Palm Desert is better, but I'll allow Palm Springs to stand. Regina, Quebec City, La Ville de Quebec.
Oh, and I see done by Tejan.
Saga, that's where we're watching from too. Good stuff. Zara from Iraq.
Cheering from the
Northwest Territories. There it is, Carol. Well done, Carol.
Soft clap.
Well done.
A lot of spread across Canada there, guys. I
absolutely
love it.
Adore it.
Love it. And we're all hoping. I mean, what was your reaction when you heard that we missed a penalty? Because I haven't got over it quite yet.
I was gonna lie.
Oh,
but
there we go. Sub.
There's Laren. Laren for Hoylett. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now the whole way in, Chad, I was gonna lie to you, but I can't. I'm too honest. I missed the first 20 minutes of the game.
Damn.
You did well to even get to that point, considering your interview
Did
was at.
Sinclair miss the first 20 minutes of the
She
game?
missed the first 3 minutes of the game, and she was very gracious to answer the questions. I was like, I can't not ask you questions because we're here, but
Was this
I was
for-
trying to go as fast as possible.
Was this for her book signing? Or?
She was just signing autographs. It was a Samsung event, so we were at the Samsung Experience
nice.
store in the Eaton Center, and she was
it's funny
signing
too.
autographs with Canadians. I was gonna try and get her to sign my book, but I didn't have the time. I figured if I made her miss kickoff and then ask for a signature, I'd probably be the end of my career. So I thought against it.
So Ismail Kone is also in. Do we see who came out?
I think it was Hutch.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Hutch.
So Hutch came off for Kone, which makes sense because
Hoyle
again,
came off for
Laren.
Laren, which makes sense. So there's our double sub.
Chat, you are absolutely incredible. Guadalajara, Mexico. We had a Serbia, Zambia, Etobicoke. I guess that's my hometown now. Las Vegas, London, Saskatchewan. Where in Saskatchewan, Rod Dog is at? I shouldn't have said that out loud, but I like the username. Kone in Rhodesia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Only living Belgian here. I can imagine that, Rick. Good stuff.
that's awesome. And so it looks like Canada is still playing a 3-4-3. It's just Davies went out to right wing.
Mm-hmm.
David went out
that's a
to
nice
left
takeaway.
wing. Pardon?
That's a nice takeaway.
Yeah, it was backtracking despite going up there. Nice switch from Steph.
Eustaquio is so good.
He's my favorite player on this team.
But David's going out on left wing, which I find interesting. So they're still rocking the one striker.
Oh,
Oh, JD.
boys, I want you to be a
JD.
little bit more selfish, like 10% more selfish here.
Well, it's funny because earlier in the half there was a big half chance. David
From
was
Davies,
in.
yeah.
David just there was Richie was making the run. He could have slid it in, but he went for the shot.
Yeah.
Oliver, BC, St. John's, Newfoundland, Saskatoon. Good stuff.
Belleville.
Belleville, Ontario. Chris Wanamaker from my hometown. Well, Trenton, but I'll take the Quinny love. Well done, Chris. Get in.
Look, I like it. Look at Tejan. The masked man couldn't handle it. So playing down the left right now? It'd be David and Buchanan, and that means Lorea switched over with Davies on the right.
Yes.
That's interesting. They're keeping them together, Lorea and Davies. I like their chemistry together. I wanted to see them play, but I like that they just did a whole switch. Let's try our luck this way.
I don't want to alarm you, but Stephanie Eustaquio is about to put this right on Kyle Laren's face.
If this doesn't happen, that's $5
I don't know,
in
look
the
at-
jar.
That's fine.
Look at Vittoria though. That's a big man. That's usually where the set piece likes to land.
Come on.
Come on, boys.
God, those white shirts are nice.
The worst part is we'll know if they score because we'll hear it next door.
That's not true. Don't break the illusion. That's a bit deep.
They've been ruining it
That would have been heaven for me. My two favorite players connecting for the first ever World Cup goal.
60 minutes. We got 30 to go. So who's next then for a substitution? Who's to be sacrificed?
I think if Adekubi's available, he could add like he could be like for like on somebody.
Probably Larea.
Yeah, I was going to say, who do you take?
And then
have to be Lorraine.
move
It would be
Buchanan.
like fresh legs for a wingback who's doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd probably put Buchanan back on the right and then Adekubi to the left.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just like who unless you
You
take
don't-
one of the back three out.
I don't
and
think you trust like Ike Ugbo or
no, I think Osorio is probably an option.
maybe Osario, but like Osario, I don't know.
Like later, like 80th minute, I could see Osorio coming on.
It's
for
just
like,
pretty obvious that this is like a wide game and that like an attacking midfield, like a central attacking midfielder, is just like not where Canada
no.
is focusing their efforts.
Yeah, I mean, would you sacrifice Alistair?
Yo, chat, what do you think? Who's the next one?
Chad, would you take out Johnston or would you take out Larea for Adekubi if you're going to make that move? Because neither of them deserve to come out, but if you want a
No.
bit more freshness, it would have to be one of them.
I think Johnston's going to be one of those players that plays every single
Yeah,
minute.
no, he's not going to leave the field unless he gets hurt. Off you go, Aiden.
And honestly, he's probably in better fitness than
Eden
Richie is.
Hazard.
How was he today? I didn't hear his name much.
He
No,
was
Listening
good,
to
but just like he told us, he was not as good as he was 4 years ago.
See his little barrel walking off the pitch too. Like, it doesn't even look like the same player.
Aslan Khan says, near the end, you can take a center back off for Cavallini. That's not a
Oh,
bad shout.
Lucas.
Now the thing we got to remember here, chat. I love the ambition. Goal differential could matter in this group particularly. So,
Whoa.
Shirley, ref.
It's alright.
advantage.
Fell to the Richie.
One of
Tajon.
you. One of you.
On to
Oh,
the moon!
Tajon to the moon.
He's had two big misses. Well, it's not a big miss, but he had a big miss
I
earlier
just
today.
had a flashback to calling the game at the
It
Men's
does
Olympic
count as a
qualifying.
shot, though.
I also haven't opened one yet. Tajon to Mars.
Man,
Has that ball landed yet?
I don't think so.
I might be in Saudi Arabia right now.
That was gone. That was gone quick.
Okay. I pulled a Gareth Bale yesterday, so I don't know if I can peek.
We haven't pulled like JD or Davies yet, have we?
There's a lot of Africa in this pack. So we start with the Senegalese midfielder. I'm gonna guess Guy.
Papagay.
Papagay.
Sure. Robert Sanchez. That's a pretty good pull, Chad. The Tunisian team. Proud drawers. Alan Franco. Look at the soul patch on Alan Franco.
Alan Franco.
And Martin Hongla of Cameroon.
Forced turnovers, Eustaquio 9.
Atta boy, Steph.
Yeah, he's putting in the work.
63 minutes.
Chat vibe check. How we feeling? Half an hour. I'm not panicked yet, but I'm more nervous than excited at this point.
I don't know.
Oh, the back heel was
Trossard.
superb.
Oh,
The next part
I
wasn't.
feel like this game doesn't really matter. Like if we lose it, then we lose it. It's the next two that matter. And what I'm actually more encouraged about is the fact that we look this good against Belgium, which to me is like, if we can play like this against Croatia and Morocco, then that's where our chances come.
I mean, you gotta imagine like you gotta beat Morocco if we want to have a chance. But I felt like in terms of just style, like Belgium, Canada matched up a lot nicer than Croatia and Canada are going to match up. But I mean, if you could take one thing from the Croatia game today, is there's question marks around their number 9.
Yep.
They had a blank, couldn't find anything. But I think Croatia will have a lot more of the ball than Belgium will, just with their midfielders, the way that they play. So I don't know. I just
But
feel
also, Luka Modric is not like a hold possession sort of midfielder either. Like they'll pass it around quick.
yeah, those three will have a good chunk of the ball.
Those mealy sort of midfield battles happen when you have players who like to hold on to possession, move the ball around. Croatia's just like a spray and pray kind of team.
Okay, chat. Whose jersey is hanging in your background? That would be Alphonso Davies. To answer your question, Reed Macbeth.
That's Manny Quinn.
Man, what a tackle! Lucky tackle, I think, by Kone, but what a tackle! Manny
He'll put it
Quinn,
on
yeah.
he'll put it on the resume.
Shout out to How Much Mother. But
Shout out South Africa, Cyprus. Why isn't this streaming on One Soccer? The rights for the tournament were awarded before One Soccer existed. That would be why.
We would love to have them.
We
of
would
course.
certainly love to have it. We have Natalka from Poland, but watching in Oregon. JM says Canada scores between 70 and 75 minutes. It's very precise. Maybe earlier. How about earlier, chat? Drop it.
Boys.
Oh, a little bit lighter on that. Yes? No. Oh,
Nice.
come on,
Big
Miller.
tackle.
Build a statue.
Big tackle.
Davies.
Come on, Fuzzy.
Put something in here, boys.
Richie again. Ooh, Richie. Ambitious.
That's a shot.
It's a shot, yeah.
Take that shot. Whitehorse Yukon, so that's 2 of the 3 territories. You just need someone from Iqaluit or anywhere else in Nunavut. Nuke, maybe? Well done,
Poor pack.
Dustin. Proud of you.
Poor pack.
Nothing.
No.
Kakos Hans from Cyprus again. That's a lot of Cypriots watching.
Welcome.
Welcome.
No.
Oh,
that's
Lord.
not what you want.
This is not ideal.
That is
4
not
on
what you
2.
want. That is not what you want.
Way to get back, Richie.
Oh, Richie Larea!
Come on!
Okay, but
Let's go!
Hello!
Okay, but earlier in that sequence, one of our guys went down and made a bad noise.
I don't like bad noises.
It's Steph?
Oh, it's
oh,
Kamal.
oh no, Kamal. No, Kamal. Oh, look at he's like 30
Look at
yards
Richie,
away.
man.
Wow,
Nottingham
tackle.
Forest.
Legend.
Eat your heart out.
Legend.
That's the whole
Kamal on?
gun that
Where's
triggered.
Kamal? Where's
No,
Kamal?
He's fine.
Okay,
He's good.
standing.
He's good. He's
I
good.
mean, I'm not worried
Come on.
about this
He
guy.
just made a noise that was like.
Wanted the foul. That was a class.
So that's not nothing.
Yeah?
Did they get new kits or did Nike run out of the old ones? That's really
Probably
the
that.
question.
That's not nothing.
I like the new kits, though. I like the new keeper kit. Heard some mixed reviews, but I like it.
Eva from Greece, another Manitoban, another Toronto.
Oh,
Send
Steph.
your good vibes in, chat. We need all of the good vibes.
Yeah, it's been sloppy both ways for the past about 10 minutes. Not a lot of possession either way.
Good news and bad news. I lost my first half bet, and I would be like 4 straight losses if Canada doesn't win this game. The good news is that means I can't bet anymore because I'm out of money.
Who's winning your pool?
The one soccer pool?
Yeah, yeah.
I will.
The one that I forgot to play.
Yeah.
no.
The thing went
Taylor,
down last
It would
night.
make sense if it was Taylor.
I couldn't do my picks last night. The whole website went
Oh, I
down.
couldn't do my picks last night. Says, how long have you known about this tournament?
No, well, I did, but my picks up to I think the Canada game, and then I was gonna come back, and last night the thing was down.
Excuses, Josh.
And you know what? I'm
regret not opening any of the 3 or 4 emails you sent warning us about this.
Hey guys, follow up. Guys, follow up to the follow up if you would like to play.
to be fair,
Oh no, it's the consequences of my own actions.
the picks I would have done, I would have got all wrong anyways. Like I missed 3, the 3 other matches today, and I would have got them all wrong.
Everybody else did.
Yeah, because what were the game? The 7-0, which
No,
I would've-
7.
well, I guess I would have got Spain to win, but I would have picked Croatia to win, and I would have picked Germany to win. So I would have missed the half point for Spain. And I did pick the Canada game. I think I said 2-2.
Dude, what is Fonzie doing?
Trying too hard. Oh God, he's so good, Kevin De Bruyne. Uh-oh.
A little overhit for Mitchie.
Mitch
Where's
poor
our
touch.
left back?
Pushing up the pitch.
pushing well up the pitch.
I think it's Buchanan playing at left wing back, so he's gonna be going up there quite a
He's gonna
bit.
want that touch back.
Do you think in the final 20 you're gonna see Belgium just like bunker?
Regress? Yeah, probably. They have no incentive right now. They'll try to hit us on the counter, especially with how high up everyone's pressing. They'll just wait for that chance.
Because the possession stats from last time I saw, there's a new in contest. I don't know if you saw that, Adam, but
Oh, just one completed pass into the 18 would be sweet.
Well, the other thing is Belgium will be completely comfortable with us making these kinds of runs and then not finishing up on them.
Ref, kick him out.
Someone's got to do something special.
Breathing.
Bruh.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Larea. I think. No, that's Kone.
Don't dislike this.
Yeah, they're sitting deeper.
Very deep.
Okay, tactical cup. What are we doing wrong? Besides
It's just-
passes like that.
It's like I just said, I think it's just going to take one special moment, like a game changer moment, because everything's working, it's just the end product's not there.
They're giving us the flanks, similar to Uruguay, and they're just Trossard is.
Here's a good debate.
I think it's just you need like that Jonathan David like weird touch where he somehow manages to bend his body into a scoring position.
Okay, question from the chat from Min Nguyen. Facts or nah? Davies, the greatest player to wear the maple jersey. No. Nah.
No.
For men or women.
See?
Like that's yeah. I would
Sinclair's
say like for
the
men,
answer.
I thought we were
for
talking
men,
about
yes.
the men. No,
I would
the
say for
women,
men,
yeah.
yes.
And this debate, I love these debates because if they're not qualified, you can take it in whatever direction you want. Here's Sammy, by the way.
Yeah, there you go.
For
Dude, I'm
Richie.
3 for 3
Richie.
on the subs.
Give me for Richie.
I just, again, maybe I'm biased. Like, talent-wise, it's him. But I'm like a little bit of that old school camp where you have to sort of be around and produce for country as well. Not that he hasn't.
So DeVos.
But also he's so young.
Jimmy Brennan is the answer. by the
Jimmy
way.
Brennan.
He's still so young. There's still
Yeah.
so
And
much
he
time.
will be, yes,
Yeah.
100%.
I mean,
100%.
I got four Davies. I'd say he's already won most that there is to win it, at least at club football. He's won a Champions League. He's probably already got more goals than Jimmy Brennan. I would assume, but he is very young. So because Brennan was part of the 2000 Gold Cup, so.
I'm just saying that because I have to sit in very close
Yeah,
proximity
no,
to
I
him,
mean,
and he scares me, so
Oh, Brennan's nice.
he is a teddy bear. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. No, he's really good. Fungus Among Us, if you bring up that nonsense again, I'm going on timeout, mate. None of those fake goals. You're going to give people heart attacks. Humble Beast saying it too. Humble Beast, you've been warned. Don't do this to us.
Unless they know something we don't. In which case,
Well, are they in Qatar?
no.
We don't know that.
If you're in Qatar in the stadium right now,
Watching the One Soccer
drop
Watch.
a message because we
Legend.
want to hear from you.
Legend.
It's been a little dull over the last 10 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
Taylor, are you
It's-
moderating?
I'm logged in with the one side.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to know what. Yeah. All good.
No, I went away.
I just wondered. I was like, who's logged into the account?
Okay. 1, I hate this. 2, at least use it to sort of recharge a little bit.
Yeah. Well, all it takes is like a second, so we have a lot of those left.
It hurts that Mitchie Babcock was the one who scored though today.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
Two
After
out of-
the-
two
we
out of
the
a
need to
two.
send an email to EA Sports, and there are 2 goals and 1,000 sims.
Yeah. Which I guess to be fair, if we would have started him instead of Lukaku, he probably would have
Oh,
scored
I
more.
love this.
That's a good ball.
Great pass.
Tejan.
Cut it back, cut it back, cut it back, cut it back. Yes.
Clear it!
Yes.
Osorio coming in. Dude, what are we doing here?
Going all attack.
We're in Herdman's head.
I'm assuming one of the back 3 would come out. Maybe Kamal.
Johnston to center back.
We are 4 for 4.
I guess.
I'm
Or maybe
predicting.
Johnston. I'm trying to think who's over the right hand side. I don't know.
Maybe Eustaquio.
No, they're
Johnston
not.
to the right
They're
sided center back.
I kind of have a feeling it might be Miller. I don't know why.
'Cause didn't Eustaquio have like a little thing?
He could have, but he seems pretty damn fit. I mean, he plays 90 minutes like twice a week, but I doubt. I mean, if he's got a knock, then yeah, that would make sense. Because then it's kind of like for like.
Deathy says, I'm so disappointed and impressed with Canada. I feel like that's a fair
That is a
sentiment.
brilliant way of putting
That
it.
is impressed with the way that they played. Disappointed that they didn't take any of their chances.
Although, to be fair, I don't know that I'm that disappointed with them. I get where that's coming from. I appreciate that sentiment. They've looked really good. It's been a quiet second half, but
I'm I'm personally just heart sick with like the missed penalty. You know how this game works, man. You score a goal at one point, it's a completely different game.
Completely changes your focus.
Like
if that second penalty is given, Jonathan David scores.
yeah,
Oh,
it's another.
Kyle. Oh, Kyle. And if that
Staff.
second penalty is given and they go to VAR, then there's no time for Batshuayi to
that
score.
second penalty was
Tejan.
a robbery. Also, I think I read something about how this ref's last big game was like
Yeah,
also
that was
contentious.
the.
Yeah.
Chad, if you don't know the story, the referee had heat stroke, and he thought full time was in the 85th minute, so he called the game. The teams were like, "Mate, we still have 5 minutes in stoppage time to play." So there's this whole ruckus about it, and then he brought the players back out onto the field, played until the 90th minute, and still didn't give stoppage time, and that was the end of the game.
Yeah, he probably wasn't feeling good.
No, I can't imagine that.
And was it not it's not like it was just like a friendly.
No,
it was,
that was a World Cup
yeah.
qualifier. Yeah.
Damn.
How much time left in the second half? We have 13 minutes in stoppage time, which means
Plus
like
13 minutes of stoppage time.
27 minutes of stoppage time.
Someone from Canada was down there. You guys catch who it was? They were just, looks like they were stretching.
Batshuayi is out.
Might have been Osorio.
Boo. 8.4 kilometers logged. Luis Openda's in.
Chat, we have surpassed 200,000 viewers
Chat.
on this stream.
Chat.
Isn't that insane?
Let's go.
well
You're the best.
done.
We'll be doing this for every single game. Tell your friends. There will be a goal.
There will be a-
That thing's going off at some point.
Oh. Come
Gosh,
on.
if
But like-
you believe that I have enough power to jinx anything,
Yeah.
you think way too highly of me.
All right. No, it's not the jinx. It's just now the more minutes go on, I'm just getting sadder. But no, there's 12 minutes left.
There's
Plus,
half an hour.
yeah, yes. the extra
Still
10.
another half. We're entering the third quarter.
Yeah, literally.
oh,
ref.
Kick him out, ref. Tejan, I know you're a little
Yeah,
bit
this ain't BMO for you.
razor edge, mate.
You
But
can tell.
To be
that-
fair, you can't put your hand on somebody's neck.
No, but you can tell like the entirety right now are getting a little frustrated. Belgium were doing it in the first half, like just before the goal, like they were looking annoyed, especially De Bruyne. But I don't know, there's something about like this last 10 minutes that are so like Canada hasn't really been able to do much.
Dude, our backline looks solid though.
Okay. Atiba. Score and find a sand dune to jump in.
Yeah, yeah. Is that good?
There was a noise, chat. Something's about to happen. It's that! Ah! Courtois, you golden glove wearing lunatic!
Oh man!
Ah! What a Kyle Lair, my
Great header.
God! That ball disappeared underneath him and he's still adjusted. Oh, Kyle. Chat, there's time.
baby.
Chat,
Believe.
Staff.
believe.
Oh,
okay.
nicely done.
That was
Victoria, a wall.
We got
Got
Oso
two. Miller.
and Miller.
England 1966. That's
Oh,
what we
you
got.
Who's it gonna-
love to see that.
That's
Who's it
all we
gonna
got.
be?
I appreciate you leaving me a pile to put in the book after, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well, Canada's taken so many shots
true.
that
Yeah, you like to
and
see it.
He wins it.
You like to see it.
Like
Liam
for
Miller.
Like Kone to Man City confirmed. Oh. Oh, nice step. Great
Wow,
step.
great step.
Johnston.
Owie, that's
No.
okay. That's okay. He's fast. Look at that man. That is the pride of
Man.
Aurora,
Get it.
Ontario, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Alistair. That might be a card.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a yellow.
The only way he is not playing every minute of this game is if he's suspended, but that was a...
JM says, does that big red light work? Well, you're going to have
Buddy,
to wait to
buddy,
find
does
out.
the big red light work?
You gotta
I
score.
had the thing taken apart yesterday. I'm doing some electrical work just to make sure it works. Oh, he just missed it too. That's unfortunate.
Look at that tackle, man. That's some old school.
You know what my favorite part is? That's exactly what I did in the FIFA stream when we were trying to win the World Cup.
it
You got
was.
a pen for it.
And then I did. Yeah,
it was a harsh
The difference
pen.
was
That
it was
was-
in the box.
That was the birth of the legend that is Maxime Crepeau.
Yeah, the old double. Oh,
Ian's vote is for chips. My vote is always for chips, Ian. Well, while we review Alistair Johnston's desperation lunge, chat, what is your go-to game day snack?
red velvet cookies.
How is that not a red card? Because it's not a red card, I think. I think that's the right call.
We're gonna check it.
No, they're not.
Well,
Absolutely not.
or maybe he said like they did check and it wasn't. But no, I think that'd be a hard. If he was alone, maybe that's a red would come into play. But you know, it was a strategical.
Chat, I might throw up.
Yeah, you don't like to see Kevin De Bruyne over a ball like this.
Brandon says popcorn. Twizzlers, both good shouts.
Twizzlers.
Not a sugar guy, but I can still appreciate some Twizzlers.
KDB.
I don't like this. Nothing about this I like. Nothing about this I like.
I like that. I like
Not
that.
The result's fine. I'll take that.
It's a big miss. Oh yeah, that was a nice ball. Just a little too high.
Old Dutch salt and vinegar chips. I'm always chips. I gotta be honest, I'm not a salt and vinegar guy.
Oh, Miss Vicky's.
Oh no!
Yes, De
That
Bruyne,
that
big
almost
miss.
Tejan level.
Miss-
Okay, there's time. Chat, there's time. De Bruyne is washed. He's done.
Oh,
Ronaldo's out of United. De Bruyne is out of City now. He's
Devastating.
fine.
look at that.
Bomb
Oh.
it, Ali.
Oh, the correct answer is Miss Vicky's spicy dill pickle.
What kind of Canadians are you?
No,
Ketchup chips.
ketchup chip.
Ketchup. All dressed is a go. Ruffles all dressed is
yeah.
up there. The honey Dijon Miss Vicky's is. Oh, Kyle! Okay, so Kyle Aaron is starting the next game, chat.
Counts as a shot.
Oh, the ball in too.
Just gives you a different option up front. I haven't even noticed. I haven't noticed JD's
Didn't even jump. Nibs. Yep.
nibs.
Spicy ketchup is a big move. What is spicy ketchup? Belgian waffles. Hank, not today. Any other day, Hank. Not today. Are they playing with a Chapulin? Oh, Joe Morel. We already have this one.
We
but
do?
I'll take it.
Okay. Joe Morel.
Joe, you can go there. I love you, man.
I would really like a draw. If it was a draw, it'd be 1-1-1. Like everyone would have a point. Be
Taylor,
wide
what
open.
was our roughly? Do you remember the draws from our Sims? Like who?
Arvin tweeted it.
I think it was like 3 something. I have the graphic here.
Okay, I'm curious. FIFA's clearly to be trusted.
I can't
Because
remember.
Batshuayi
Also,
scored.
yo, that video got like a good amount
Yeah,
of
chat,
views
well
on
done.
TikTok.
Lay's onion.
Attempts on goal, 21-7.
Why can't we finish? Nerves, probably at this point. Fatigue, pressure. There's time. Chat. There's still like 45 minutes. It's fine.
Look at Johnson. Switch that. Is he asking for it? It's the face of.
Oh, that wasn't great. Liam. Oh, good hustle, Liam. Positive thinking, Canada. Surely. Corner. Ah. Way to battle, you beautiful men in white.
De Bruyne has been awful tonight as well. It's very rare you see him not connect with passes and launch balls into row 20.
Stefan Eustaquio is under his skin.
The better of the sevens.
De Bruyne is on serious fraud watch right now.
How do you think Moro's feeling, by the way? I'd be like near nausea the entire time watching a relative play, especially my little brother.
Yep.
Oh, God, are Belgium bad? People are asking the question.
Where is Mauro these days?
York United.
You say York United, right? Yeah.
Okay, Fonzie, I would love for you to give the ball up and then go somewhere else and get it back.
Switch it.
Font coordinator. Thank you. 5
5.
minutes. Oh, boo.
5 additional minutes.
It's not 9.
That is certainly not 9. That is objectively 4 minutes less than 9.
Yeah, according to math.
Belgium taking their sweet time.
Book 'em, ref.
Oh, that's not what you like to see.
I don't love leaving Liam
easy.
completely stranded.
Dude, besides that one Batshuayi goal, like, Belgium have been nothing.
No, man, this is. We can't get something that's drop points.
Damn.
Oh, Ismail.
Look at Kone.
Oh, Alistair.
Look at Valencia midfielder Ismail Kone.
Valencia midfielder.
Look at Newcastle United midfielder Ismail Kone.
Johnston deflected. Whoop.
Damn.
Out, Courtois. This is fine. We're fine. This is fine.
We're having fun. This is fun.
This is fine.
Okay, chat. 90 minutes or 90 seconds of added time. 3.5 to go. Herdman, I think, has undone 6 more buttons. Trying to keep himself cool. Okay.
Oh.
Sorio, I know what you're doing with that pass, but I do not like it. Nor do I like that.
It's okay. That's okay. Possessions kept. That was in contest. Liam has been positive since coming on, eh?
He has. Okay, Liam. Handball.
God.
Yeah, chat. Thank you for the good vibes in the chat right now. We need all these good candidates.
You guys were amazing for 90 minutes.
Chad, I'll take this opportunity to remind you that One Soccer's special flagship show, Good Night Qatar, airs at 8 p.m. on the YouTube channel.
Say it in your commentator
even
voice.
tonight.
My commentator voice is just my voice.
It's just your voice. Like you know, like I.
Sound better than you did
No,
just
no, no.
then.
Dance for us.
No.
Do us a favor
Dance.
and sound impressive.
You always
Thank
sound
you, Josh.
You always sound impressive, Adam.
Say Adam Jenkins.
But
what
I'm just picturing you in that. Remember that TikTok video you made before like the beginning of the Canada women's game, and you started off. It was beautiful.
Say Adam Jenkins. What exactly is Good Night Qatar?
Well, Armin, thank you so much for asking. I'm going to speak through my anxiety so I don't throw up instead. Good Night Qatar is where myself or Andy Petrillo, it's my Good Night Qatar debut tonight.
Ooh.
Gareth Wheeler, Oliver Platt, Jordan Wilson, a rotating panel of guests. Christian Jack live from the stadium. We're going to hear from him. We're going to get instant reaction. We're going to break down penalty or no penalty. Probably give out some match ratings, talk about every other match of the day, and preview tomorrow's games. And it is our nightly show every single day of the World Cup. That airs at 8 p.m. on the One Soccer YouTube channel, and then 1 hour later on the One Soccer 24-hour channel as well. So that is 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 9:30 for our friends from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador who are in the chat.
That was beautiful.
That sounds like a lovely show. Will we also be receiving live commentary / reporting from Qatar via Christian Jack, who's on location?
I will repeat the fact that I've already said this. Yes, we will hear from Christian Jack. He will join us, I think, at the first or second block of the show. I mean, KJ's been, I think, everywhere in Qatar. He's done some fantastic work for us. Really grateful for that. We'll also have my interview with Christine Sinclair on the social media channels as soon as it gets sent over. And yeah, recommend that. She had some interesting sound bites. I'm not going to give it away. You have to watch for it.
And the best way to watch for it is to
subscribe at One Soccer. Is it ring the bell? You can get some notifications on Twitter too.
You get a pack for that.
Yeah, that was good. That was good, Jenkins.
What's it like working?
Unscripted.
You guys get a lot of money in television? No, but we get panini stickers.
We get panini stickers. All right,
And
15 seconds.
Go! Come on!
Just
Atakubi's boots, by the way, are a thing of beauty.
they
Those
are.
light blue. Johnson's got them too. Okay, Jonathan.
Come on,
okay,
Oso.
Jonathan.
Come on, Oso. Man for the moment.
Ref!
How? You can't
They
call it
wasted
on
like 35 seconds at the corner.
on a backward movement? You
Garbage.
can't do that. Come on.
Referee.
Oh, that sucked.
I want to break something.
That was not what we were hoping for, but at the same time, welcome back Canada to the FIFA World Cup.
Okay. Let's everyone
We didn't
inhale.
suck. We
Everyone
didn't
inhale.
suck.
Chat, do it with us. Inhale. First half was unbelievable.
Yeah, great.
Probably
first half.
should have led by 2-0. And
We were robbed of a penalty.
we were robbed of a penalty. I mean, I don't know why Davies took the penalty. If I'm being honest, it should have been.
We discussed this. It was
Yeah.
because it was the right thing to do.
J-Dubs.
Jordan, get in
Come here,
here.
J-Dubs. We're having group therapy.
Yeah. That's tough.
World-class male model,
Right here he is.
professional footballer,
Yeah.
Roots brand ambassador.
I have to wear my black and red today.
That's a big mess right there. I'm not sure
Smokes.
if Jenkins saw that at all.
Damn.
So we're going through the highlights. As the highlights roll and we watch them and go through the motions, I'm literally seeing the first half for the first time right now.
Okay.
Richie Larea, that was the second half Richie Larea tackle. Thoughts? Because I feel like you can be disappointed, which everyone is. Shout out the Atlas flag, by the way. But they never played scared. They never compromised. The biggest thing is try and forget the result and appreciate the fact you went toe-to-toe with the world number 2. And try and get up for Croatia.
If you haven't been behind this team before, get behind them now. They proved it today. Bravery, valiant effort, and it's just so unfortunate not to at least leave with a draw because Belgium's looking like they dodged a bullet by the skin of their teeth.
I feel like their reaction in Belgium's not going to be great. Like, good 3 points, guys, but we looked abysmal.
I don't know if they looked bad or if we didn't allow them to look good. Like, we didn't really give them
Nice
time.
spin. You're going to hear more of that on
Let's
Good Night
ask.
Qatar.
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
ask the chat right now. So let's just put it that Canada's
chat.
players will be more proud or disappointed.
Athletes are going to be pissed off.
Yeah, I
by
think they're gonna be
default.
disappointed. I think-
But they should Canadians be more proud of disappointment?
Oh, I
Should
just
be
meant
proud.
Canada in general. Sorry.
Oh, Canada will be proud.
Public?
Yeah, just
Canada
the
will be-
people in general.
Canada will be
everybody.
proud as hell.
Anyone who comes with any negativity about this match,
Yeah,
save it.
dude, we
Keep it to
just
yourself.
showed the world that we belong on the field with Belgium.
No team in the tournament is playing like this. I'm that brave. We're seeing glimpses of it with other countries, but no one's going out there and pressing a number 2 ranked team.
Dude, I'm telling you, this feels
No
exactly like
chance.
that second last game before we qualified against Costa Rica, where we didn't win, but we had all the chances, and they came right out of it. Like, you know what? That's fine. We'll just go on to the next one.
I will add, since I'm tying back into the Christine Sinclair interview earlier, I asked her about her first World Cup, 2003. Now, the difference was she scored in the 4th minute of the game because it's Christine Sinclair. It's just what she does.
Yeah.
Canada lost that game 4-1. They won their next 3 to go to the quarterfinals from there. Sometimes you need that little gut punch, regroup, reset. Now, Croatia is going to be nervous, I think, that they're only on a point. They will probably feel like they need to be on 3. So they're going to be anxious. Canada's going to be playing free. A point out of this game or out of Croatia. That's simple. And then you need a win out of Morocco or the middle game. All hope is not lost. They played incredibly well. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got suspended, though Davies on the yellow isn't great. But I think the feeling should be nothing but pride.
Facts, 100%.
But I like the fact that the players will feel disappointed.
Yeah,
because
they
I think that they felt like
Absolutely.
they should have won that.
Well,
Excellent.
and that's
Like-
just it, because if you're not disappointed, then you didn't think you deserved
Yeah.
to win, which I think they did enough.
I don't have the stats in front of me, but I've seen them come up like 5 different times. Like shots at one point were like 21-7, like something like that. Like they did everything but score today, and yeah, I mean you gotta hope that they can get a result against Croatia and Morocco, but
100%. Chat, I'm out of here. I appreciate you.
Thanks for tuning in,
Josh, Armin are
everyone.
going to take us off air, then good night, Qatar. 8 p.m. on the YouTube channel. Ring that bell, subscribe, don't miss it, just to look at Jordan Wilson's face for a little bit longer. If you're out there.
yeah. Paid mail model.
Chat, see you for Croatia. You're the best.
Careful.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh,
this,
good.
and this system is like the holy grail right here. This is
It's
it.
like our FIFA 94,
This is
98.
fire.
94.
I'm gonna go and play some kart soon, man. Mario Kart's a game. Oh, 1-0.
Showed we belong. I think that's a good takeaway from today's game. Obviously not the result we were looking for, but the fact is this is our first World Cup game in decades, and this team literally stepped on a field with Belgium and showed them that we are not that different.
Yeah, I mean, I'm torn because again, I wanted to go into this tournament with the mindset of like, be proud to be here, fight with the big dogs, but just to feel how close you were to getting something out of that opening match. It's hitting me a little bit hard, but I'm proud of the effort they put up, and I think that there's a huge belief that we should be able to get something against Croatia and Morocco. So 5 MLS players in that Canadian men's national team against Belgium tonight, and potentially 5 players that could be looked at for some European glory. But yeah,
Good times.
just, I don't know. The chat, how are they feeling? I am from Belgium. That was a lot of dislikes. Not it. You know what, guys? It is what it is. It was an incredible effort. They're gonna take a lot of what they learned, hopefully adjust for the Croatia match, the Morocco match. Armin, I don't know. How you feeling?
Yeah, honestly, I'm okay with it. Getting a result against Belgium was going to be like not impossible, but about as close to it as you could get in a World Cup environment. Obviously, and this is probably why Gareth was so adamant about this and trying to temper expectations throughout the week. Belgium's a great team. They're just they're one of the best teams in the world. So getting that result was always going to be difficult. The fact that we got onto the field, we showed them that we can play, gives me a lot of hope for the next 2 games, which I think was going to be our main takeaway anyways. So yeah, man, we take it, we move on.
And I do like the fact that Croatia is coming off a 0-0. I do like that, because like you said,
It's not like they're
there's
coming
pressure.
off of a 5.
Yeah, like
exactly.
a 5-1 wins a difference. They got some momentum going, but no, they're sitting on 1 point. We're only sitting on 0. Takes us one. If Belgium get a result against Morocco, we get a result against Croatia, we're sitting in 2nd place. So it's still a lot to play for. Valiant effort and proud Canadian, I guess.
So we got to wrap it up. I mean, we'll show you guys what's going on in the studio real quick, just to show you all the lights, camera, and action.
Good night, Qatar.
As we get set to film Good Night Qatar. Here, I'll show you guys what's going on over here. So as you can see, we are in a live setting. But all that that being said, Josh, why don't you give some final thoughts and then we can wrap up?
Final thoughts. I do have gray sweatpants and a Borean kit. I'm debating whether to wear for the next watch along. So, but other than that, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to expect. There was a lot of emotions leading up to the game. I was super proud to see that Canada came off from the beginning. They were able to channel their nerves. They created chances, a ton in the first half, a little more balance in the second half. But again, if you'd say 5 goals went in, just not that expected goals mean anything, it could be like a 4-1 game for Canada. There was a ton of opportunities.
We had our chances. Unfortunately, couldn't convert, but that's okay. We move on to the next game, which is Sunday versus Croatia.
11
So
11 a.m. Eastern
so
time.
You guys can join us again right here on the One Soccer YouTube channel. We'll be doing another live watch along, and after that game, we'll have a few more hours because we'll have some time before filming. And we'll take you guys through some FIFA. We'll try to win the World Cup with Canada on the World Cup mode
Be fun.
in FIFA Online. So we'll have some fun with that. So if you like this stream, drop a like, drop a sub, take us home, Josh.
Yeah, hopefully we'll guys see you there. I need permission to wear the Borean kit, but we're gonna find out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Be proud. It was an exciting opportunity, but there's still 2 more important games, and don't rule out Canada quite yet, guys. But be sure to drop a like, drop a sub, and we'll hopefully see you guys soon.